I don't care if I look stupid or not.
Drink vodka in moderation, kid.
Never trust a big booty and a smile.
I'm always trying to shove it in the back.
And sometimes I don't know if you're yoking or not. Hold still. Hold still. Hold still.
Yeah, boys, straight to doom.
I don't know why you sound like Bane. What's the fuck on that?
Look, I just want to be awkward.
Hi, I'm Harvey Stevens. I play Damien in The Omen. Listen to the Bad Boys, or else.
See, it's confirmed. It's Satan's favorite podcast out on the internet. It's the best around. Sponsored by Damien.
100.
No, not episode. What's that?
I said 100 or
666.
Whatever.
That's right. Yeah. No, we're actually on episode 758. We did do a 666. Remember?
Yes, we did.
Yeah. But this one's a special episode 758 because we got a special guest in the building here real quick. But before we get to that real quick, before we announce, let's just get all the proper introduction out of the way. This is the BPC. We're about to randomly rant on all things movies. I'm your host Fonso, aka Mike Lowry. Joining me as always,
Harley, aka Marcus Burnett.
And I'm Tony, a.k.a. MCP.
And who do we have this evening, fellas? Who do we have tonight?
Oh.
I think the champ is here, right?
Yeah.
Hey. Do you want to introduce yourself? Or do you want us to introduce yourself?
Well, fuck, I guess.
Well, don't
I
sound
gotta
too
do
excited.
everything. I have to do everything because nobody else wanted to fucking win this goddamn thing. Took forever.
Yeah! Shots fired! You're getting off to an early start.
And this is Angie. If you didn't already fucking know, now you know. Shit.
There you go. If you don't know, now you know.
And if you don't know, now you know.
That's right. Let the boys have it. Let them know. That's part of your plan, right?
Well,
That's part of your plan.
I'll start that shit with the plan.
Shove me in the butt.
Instead of fuck you, Harley, it should be fucking fuck you, Roberta. Like, stop with that.
There we go.
Pretending like you fucking let me have it. You know what? Fuck you. No, you didn't.
There you go. That's right.
Excuses. That's what that was.
That's what it is, right? Absolutely. This was like one of the longest games season we've had ever. I felt like you could have won a long time ago.
Maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is.
Right. But congratulations, regardless. It was getting a little close at the end, right?
It did.
Reed's going to read and bet everything and lost, unfortunately. Robert was doing, I don't know what the fuck he was doing. And Art, I think Art was your...
Art was giving me a run for my money there, yep. Mm-hmm. If he hadn't fucking taken that misstep, then he would be here instead of me. Absolutely.
But he's not, and you are, so congratulations.
Yeah.
And this ain't your first rodeo. You have a couple titles under your belt as well.
Right? Yeah, it's been a while.
Yeah,
I've been busy. Girl.
Yeah, this is a three-peat, or not three-peat, it's three-peat in a row.
Right, that's how that works, Harley.
Like, you've won 3 championships. I know that much.
Oh,
how many do you think you've won?
I think this might be my 3rd one, I want to say. I feel like I've done this a few times. I'm trying to remember, but it's been years. I mean, I've been listening to you guys for a long time. I feel like at least 7.
Brand new podcast. We only started maybe a year ago, so I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, shit. Yeah, Soy viejita. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
You hear that, Harley? She's viejita. Are you viejita, Harley?
I have no idea.
Are you viejita?
Harley's the torta lover.
Yeah, he is. He loves them tortas, don't you, Harley?
You could do this whole podcast in Spanish, and I wouldn't know a goddamn thing he said.
Are you sure? I'm sure if we called you bad words, you would know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. We have some in English too, though, Harley. If you want to hear.
No, I know those ones. Yeah,
okay.
I'm good on those.
Okay.
You can just insult me in Spanish.
So let us know what's it. And you just were crowned the champ, and everyone congratulated you. Like I said, it was a super long season. But besides that, what have you been up to since the last time you were on? I think there was a lot. It was quite a long time ago because you did retire for a second. Your name's Retired Marge, so you did retire and came back.
Right. I am called Retired Marge in the chat. And I retired because I was, like I said, I'm a viejita. I'm over 40 years old. I am an old lady. I went back to school. I changed my career from working in the pharmacy to trying to become a science teacher. I'm very, very close. I'm in the middle of doing my credentialing and my master's degree now. But since the last time I was here, I graduated at, Cal State San Marcos with my bachelor's degree.
Let's go.
Yeah, so, straight A's too. So,
humble brag.
Yeah.
Okay, now.
Is the goal to teach at college?
No. I have this, affinity for, ever since COVID, when I realized that adults didn't know some basic scientific facts and were easily, manipulated by the media, I was like, okay, we really need to, implement science, some basic science into our next generation, because I'm a big science person, but that's what motivated me.
But the world is becoming a lot more science-based. There's so much science information out there. It makes sense for the future generations to understand some of it.
To really understand, and the way that I figured I could contribute to that would to become a teacher, and for the little ones, because science to me, it kind of is like you have to have a little bit of imagination still and open-mindedness to really grasp some of the concepts, like germs and things like that, because you can't see them with your eye. So addressing the elementary school was kind of my focus on that, because that's where I think I'd be more impactful there. Plus, I like
Those
kids.
Are the future. They're what I call the future flat earthers.
Right. I'm trying to minimize that shit.
I believe the children are the future. That's what I heard.
Because it's all about, and I want to make it fun, because sometimes you get to the real science stuff till high school, and then by then you don't fucking want to go to school anymore. You don't want to learn all this shit. You don't want to fucking memorize.
Yeah, but if you asked us science questions, we'd fail. The easiest basic elementary science questions, right, Harley?
Right. I watch a lot of YouTube, and I find a lot of topics, science topics. Schwa, you've heard us talk about it. He's big into the astro.
That's his friend.
The big universe in the galaxy. And so we'll listen to podcasts like Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Right.
And I realized that this information is so high level, because I don't have a bachelor's degree in anything, let alone a science. And so you have to I like the title, Explain It Like I'm 5, right?
Exactly.
Because most of the adults out there that don't have a background, and this isn't a judgment, they just don't have the educational background. They don't understand anything beyond the science level of a 5-year-old. And so being able to communicate with them is that's the future, right? Is being able to take those high concept things and then sort of, distill it down for younger minds. That takes a science communicator and not just a scientist. So.
Well, and you have to understand what the fuck is going on to explain it in simple terms. You can regurgitate all the science tech words all you want, but if you don't really understand the mechanics, you can't teach it. So that's where I kind of decided that's where my passion's going to go right now, is just trying to get kids excited about science. And the way our education system is set up, there's really no science class until you hit 5th grade. And I think still by then that's too late. There's things that I've taught my kids, because I'm a big science nerd, taught my kids really early on about what atoms were, chemistry, things like that. Just very basic stuff that you just expose them to. You don't have to get them to memorize the periodic table, but the exposure to the concepts I think are key. And there's this new thing that's out. It's not new, but fairly new. Is they call it STEAM, which is the science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. And you kind of just meld these programs together. So like we take art, you draw like a tortoise, and then you talk about the dynamics of what an ecosystem is at the same time while you're drawing this thing. And it helps activate all parts of the brain at the same time. So you're condensing all of this information into one fun lesson. So you're kind of like masking the exposure to them without, getting them to learn without them knowing that they're learning and making it fun. And that's what...
Making it fun. Yeah.
Right.
For little kids, it's always about making it fun. No,
right.
That's cool. You took STEM, the traditional STEM, science, technology, engineering, math, and then just added that art, because that's what's going to help a lot of the kids, especially... I feel like when you're that age, you start to show proclivities towards art or engineering side, the more physical science, right? Like you're interested in the blocks as opposed to the writing with crayons kind of thing.
Right.
No reason you couldn't use both.
Exactly. And that's the thing, is that when the mind is developing, and the first 5 we've already discovered is really like imperative that kids get exposure to like reading and things like that, because your brain is just absorbing everything. Well, same things happen there. That's where music can be introduced on or learning different languages is before the age of 10. Your brain is still developing and creating all of these connections. The more exposure you have to that, the more likely they're going to be open to learning all these things and grasping all of that knowledge. So there's these windows of opportunity that research in the education community has discovered, that these are opportunities to really put that in there. But you still have to like realize that they're still kids. They still are going to want to color and do art and get messy and have there's a lot of sensory involved in that too. So it's a really interesting time for education, as long as our government's going to be open to some of these things, because that
might be a problem in the future. We might not have a Department of Education in a matter of months.
Well, yeah, they're trying to dismantle it, and so it's an interesting time, and I'm kind of like shit, like when did I decide to jump into this whole industry? But it'll be, I can only do what I can do in the school, in the classroom that I'm in. And
can you pivot towards Bitcoin mining? Because I feel like that's where Trump's putting our economic future in the hands of his cryptocurrency schemes. Sorry, I got political, but it's funny.
Well,
do you see why I yell at Harley all the time? Do you see? Do you understand? Do you understand why I yell at him all the time? He just says some dumb shit.
Well, I mean, there's a connection there. Money, the funding for the education department is a big deal. So if we're going to talk about education, talking about money and where it comes from and how we're gaining it, is part of it. Yeah, for sure. But I don't know what you mean by that, Harley.
Yeah, nobody knows what he means.
Right. Don't answer that.
But
you know what?
What's that? Questions you don't ask, Gift?
Oh, there you go. There
so this actually leads right into one of the extras that I watched.
Oh shit! Look at that segue.
Yeah, I watched Bugonia. 2 conspiracy-obsessed young men kidnap the high-powered CEO of a major company, convinced that she is an alien intent on destroying planet Earth. Talk about uneducated people or that educated themselves and don't fully understand science. And you talked about flat earthers. That's essentially what the movie's kind of making fun of.
Flat earthers, anti-vaxxers, the whole...
Yeah. So like that's essentially what this movie is kind of highlighting, is how they could just run with, they have an idea and they start researching and they get into their little echo chamber and they can get dangerous. And that's what this movie is kind of about. I didn't realize that the syllabus kind of like gives away. I went into this completely blind. I didn't know the alien intent part of that they were convinced. I didn't know that before going into it. So the movie reveals that they think she's an alien like 40 minutes into it. And I was like, oh, that's what's going on. So for me, it was actually an enjoyable twist, reveal, as the movie was progressing. I'll try and make it quick because we have a bunch of movies, a bunch of extras. It was entertaining to see these knuckleheads think that they're super smart and figured things out on the conspiracy.
One of them was played by Jesse Plemons, who's really good.
Right. I seen that trailer, man. I was like, I got it. It's on my list.
Yeah. No, it was well done. Emma Stone, she did a good job, pretty much playing the badass CEO, and she has to kind of adjust to almost play along with the conspiracy to survive while she's down there. And so it was really fun to watch. It was really fun to see the play between them two. But yeah, like they had different, like chapter 1, chapter 2, and every chapter had a flat Earth image on screen. Oh. It was pretty funny. I was like, yep, that's what's going on.
Well, this was the director of Poor Things. Sorry, go ahead.
Poor Things. Oh, okay.
Right. We watched that just a couple of years ago, recently, within the last year or so. Yorgos Lanthimos. What I don't know. I'm sure I'm butchering his last name. My apologies. But yeah, he's kind of known for the artsy fartsy, and you don't have a history of liking the
right. And so that's kind of what I was going to talk about next. Is that the artsy? It's definitely one of those like movie festival movies where it's art. There's some art. There's some social commentary. There's not a lot of action shoot 'em up type of entertainment. The entertainment is happening in your head instead of your eyes type thing. But it was cool. Gave me some talk. I paused it a few times. Talked to Lainey about it. The ending is one of those endings where you guys would probably think that I hated it, but I didn't mind it. Yeah. And I was like, you know what?
Ambiguous.
I'm not going to say anything else because there's like a handful of types of endings that I don't like. And this was one of them. And I was like, you know what? I'm okay with it. The movie was still entertaining.
It must be the drugs Tony's on.
Yeah, that helps too. That helps every time. But yeah, so it gets my $1.
I'd buy that for $1.
Nice.
Does the title of the movie have anything like? Is it?
I don't know what the fuck Bugonia means.
Okay. I thought it was like a plant or some shit. I don't know what it is.
Maybe. I don't remember. I don't remember hearing it in.
Maybe that's the planet she's from or something.
Maybe I don't remember them talking about it in the in the conspiracy thing.
Yeah.
Bugonia was a folk practice in the ancient Mediterranean region based on the belief that bees were spontaneously generated from a cow's carcass. Oh, yes. So the two main characters that are the conspiracy theorists, they were bee farmers. That's how they. Yeah.
There you go.
So that was part of the plot. So there you go.
Do you guys remember if we saw The Kinds of Kindness?
Say what?
It's another movie that he directed with Jesse Plemons and Emma Stone.
It doesn't sound familiar.
Yeah. William Dafoe is in it too.
That's a real book.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. I kind of feel like I watched this, but anyways, sorry. Yeah, I'm interested in. I'm interested.
Look at that director's name too. Look at that name.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
Hey, Harley.
That to me that sounds Greek.
Yeah, let's see.
Yorgos Lanthimos.
There you go.
Is probably the very Americanized version of.
Was born in Athens, Greece.
There you go. Good luck,
that, Harley?
lucky guess.
Yeah, right. You got the Wikipedia open. Stop lying.
I don't.
Lazy ass. Trying to sound smart for the champ. Get out of here.
Hey, he's got it. He's got to make Tony's dollar work for him. Tony pays for the Wikipedia. He's got to use it.
All right.
Go. So Bugonia, $1. Got it. Will it make? Stay tuned till next week. Will it make Tony's top 10 of the year?
Right. That is one of the reasons I watched
for
it.
that.
It's a 2025 movie.
Stay tuned for that.
So stay
That's
tuned.
why I watched my two extras.
Nobody asked.
Looking for movies to add to the two.
I think Harley and I. Let's see. There's MCP, Harley, MCP, Fonso, Harley, MCP, Fonso, Harley. I think I may have watched the most.
What the fuck?
1, 2, 3. 1, 2,
I'll make it
3.
easy for
Harley,
everyone.
you're on here 3 times. You said you watched 2, but I see 3.
I watched 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're talking about The Beast in Me, the television.
Yeah. Oh,
TV.
one's a show.
Yeah.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Gotcha. So who wants to talk next? Angie, did you watch any movies or shows?
I'm up to episode 8 on Pluribus, since you guys had been talking about that one.
Shit.
And so I think they have like 9 that just came out, but I haven't gotten to that one yet. But yeah,
Cool.
That's the only thing that I've really been binge watching besides Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you liking it?
Which one?
Stranger Things. Or both.
Oh.
Yeah, review both.
Well, I'll do both. Pluribus is very interesting, actually. I have this thing. I know I explained it a little bit when I was explaining why the August Underground thing is.
Oh, God. Here we go. It only took how many minutes?
She had to drop it, right? How long did it take? And she had
It
to
didn't
mention
even take that long.
Jeez.
Right. That was on my bingo card.
You're lucky that I didn't bring that one back up.
I'm lucky.
You're the one that sounded like
I was trying to protect my fellow co-host.
Anyway.
He sounded the alarm. Fonso was like,
I threw the bad signal. I was like, fellas, just letting y'all know.
Fonso was like, I don't know if Tony, what happened here? And Tony's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, I don't think Angie didn't put this movie on the thing. And Tony's like, no, this is the movie under her name.
Right.
And Fonso's like, this is like one of them bad movies
Bad.
It's on a list that nobody really wants to finish the list.
Like 3 times. I listened to his reaction. Like he was just like, no. So yeah, no. It's a bad.
I haven't heard that name forever. And then it was on your
this
syllabus. I was like, oh hell no. I shouldn't have said anything.
Yeah, you shouldn't have. If Pluribus is right into that whole like how people are, like how humans just react to things, and it being like a kind of a creepy, overly nice situation is really interesting. And the main character, she's feisty, she's a little angry, and just naturally. She's always been that way, but I'm finding it to be a really cool story. It's just really long and quiet in certain places, which I think is deliberate because she's by herself. And so for people who are like, get like anxiety from like just quiet moments where she's just sitting in her living room and she, like there's minutes of just nothing going on. I think that was done really well because that's what is happening in that world. There's nobody around her, so it makes sense.
Did you watch Better Call Saul?
No, I have not.
Oh, okay, interesting. Because it is the same creator.
Better Call
Breaking
Saul,
Bad.
not Breaking Bad. You went with the...
Oh yeah, I might have twisted those together. Sorry.
No, you're good.
But they're
creator.
very slow pacing too.
Mm-hmm.
It has the same pacing, the same very like. And so if you kind of struggle with the characters or anything, it can be a challenge. Chris tapped out on the previous shows. They're just too slow. And I think she's going to tap out on Pluribus. And Pluribus is one of those shows I'll watch by myself. I like it a lot. I'm not as far as you along. I think I'm only 5. But yeah. No, it's been a lot of fun.
I like that the quiet is intentional because it makes me search the scene for things. Like I'm looking for like what's happening in the atmosphere, like what is happening. I
think for me, it makes me think about all the what ifs because of the unique situation where most people are alive, but they're all this weird. That you go like, oh, that's right. It's kind of like a weird zombie-esque theme, but not apply, and then they're like the honesty thing is this weird thing she has to like deal with. So it's like all the mental gymnastics I have to like.
I enjoyed the way that she observed everything, and her trial and error again speaks to my science. Like, okay, let's start. She's doing her experiments on these people. Let me see if I do this, what happens? If I say this, what happens? And she's learning.
It started with the grenade. It starts with the grenade scene.
Oh my God. And that was right. It felt like molasses to get there, but once you were there, it had like the payoff, I think, was good. If you can sit and you can have the patience for it, for sure. But
Tony, I feel like last time we talked about this, you were like speed running through the episodes.
I stopped watching it. I stopped watching it at 4 because we're waiting for it to finish so that we can binge it.
Right.
Because it's slow. It did get too slow for Lainey. And we're kind of, at least for Lainey and I, we kind of don't like the main character.
She's a fucking...
No, you're not supposed to like her.
Right.
She's a bitch.
And we're just like, yeah, kind of. I'm tired of hearing her on screen, so let's fast forward. Let's just wait. Let's just wait till it's all out, so we can fast forward at will, and be able to,
right, to move through some of that like uncomfortableness, because she really does a great job of making you not like her.
Mm-hmm. and we not only do we not like her, but we don't agree with her, and so it's really
that's
difficult
a lot
to
of that too.
Yeah, and it's like,
that is expressed later.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So since you're only at 4, but so 1 and 2 were really like pretty good, and then it started to slow down, and then I think you stopped at a really good spot to continue on once it's all out, for sure.
I think there is a part of me that kind of it does kind of entertain her, or not entertain her, but I do enjoy her, because she's the only kind of person who like recognizes the severity of what's going on. There's the episode where she meets the other people, right? The other cult survivors.
Right.
And they're like, I don't know, man, everything's good. Everything's
I would
chill.
argue
And she's like,
she's a victim of her situation. It's not that she sees it's not that she sees how things are going wrong or bad. It's that things went bad for her in particular compared to everyone else, so she can't help but have that point of view. She can't help it. Everyone else got, survived with somebody, and she didn't.
She's alone, right?
Yes, and that is huge. But anyway, we're spoiling.
Has a lot of weight for sure on her realizations of things as it goes on.
I can empathize with her on that. And so it does keep me motivated to keep watching it, because,
Without to spoil too much, though, like...
All right.
It's like her personality, though, was that when they start to remind her of memories, because it's even on the people who have passed away.
Right,
they know everything. So it's like, that's the other interesting part, is like... everything is interlinked, and it's a very cool, different perspective on that, especially with the niceness and the honesty. Like,
Fonso, like, is this interesting you at all?
I mean, it sounds kind of interesting. Just a synopsis saying it's a world overtaken by a mysterious wave of forced happiness. Carol Sturka, one of the immune few, must uncover what's really going on and save humanity from its artificial bliss. I don't know if that's, I didn't say much, but I don't know. But it's hard for me to watch new TV when I'm rewatching something.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But as far as hive minds go, that goes into Stranger Things, and that's been amazing. So, Stranger Things is wrapping up, and that was really cool. Me and my kids on winter break had started over from season 1.
Oh, wow.
And watched everything through. And we've been having little mini parties and things. And one of their Christmas gifts is watching the final episode on New Year's Eve in the theater. So
that's awesome.
I got them all matching T-shirts and doing the full-on mom, like, this is a theme thing. It's really more of a gift for me than it is for them. But we really enjoyed that show. And
Do they know they're going to see it in the theater, or?
Yeah, they opened up their Christmas gift. They all had their tickets and everything, so they know we're going. And
very cool.
And so it's a very long running show. The kids have grown up. If I've seen like montages of what they look like as such little tiny beings, and then
especially you going back and watching from the beginning. So
and it's really cool to just kind of see it fluidly, and it's a really interesting story. There's so many different things going on.
Very sciencey too, huh?
There are some things, but it's kind of that pseudoscience. Also more like the cult thing. I was a big D&D player when I was younger, so I love that. I'm D&D is is a really good thing for kids who have imagination and are being very creative, and that's a little bit of math there, but it's fun. It's a fun story. It's very nostalgic because all the music and the scenery is all from my childhood and things like that. So it's fun for me. I like that show a lot. I'm a little sad that it's ending, but
same.
It must be the longest running Netflix show.
Oh, I wonder.
Yeah. Huh. I mean, it's their biggest show they've ever had. I'm sure.
I did start watching it.
Mm-hmm.
It
started in 2016.
When we were in the Dunsmuir house. We were still in the Dunsmuir house.
Yeah. I mean, it started in 2016.
I remember watching a couple episodes.
But it took like huge breaks because of COVID and the writer strike. So
right. Yeah. So it felt like forever.
Right. The kids grew up within that gap. So, yeah, it kind of stalled it.
Yeah, there is like a jump between like season 2 and like season 3 where it's like, oh, shit. Everybody
hit puberty or something like that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The boys really. It's kind of funny because like Will still has like the same haircut ish.
Oh my gosh!
You're trying to still make him look like his character, and you're like, you got a bowl cut, but the kid's like 6'5". I mean, you know what I mean? Like it's kind of.
It's so funny.
So there's some like awkward growing up moments for the actors where they're trying to still make it fit, but
for like a young generation too, this is like their show that they've grown up with, right? And it's a coming of age story, and when they look back at it, like, oh man, remember like how we talk about our old shows that when we were kids, like this will be their show when they watch when they were kids, right? But I mean, like I said, it's a huge gap.
It is so popular because I was at the donut shop this morning, and there's this little girl who's probably like 12, and she's singing Running Up That Hill. Like she's full on belting it out. And I was like, look at this little girl singing.
Right. She would have never heard that song if it wasn't for this show. Yeah.
Way before she was even a twinkle in her daddy's eye, because it's the Stranger Things song. Yeah. So I thought it was kind of cool. It brings back all of this old material and exposing the new generation to it. So, it's
absolutely fun. Yeah, no, it's the poster says One Last Adventure, and the last episode will be on New Year's Eve. Yeah. I think it's 2 hours long. And you're going to have a blast, I'm sure, to see the dude. That's pretty awesome. I don't know if any other show's ever done that.
Fonso, do your kids watch it? Are they big Stranger Things fans?
Yeah, Crew does. The twins were. I don't know if I think they might be still. I'm not sure. But I know Crew watched it. He just watched the last 3. So we talk about it after we watched it. And I was talking with my neighbors about it not too long ago. And that's the thing. It's like it's a really cool water cooler talk. The memes will go crazy on it though. Holy shit. On the internet, it's fucking ridiculous. For good or bad. Like, you gotta watch the shows and not get spoiled, or else you're gonna fucking see something. You're like, what the fuck?
Right. I was just gonna say, if you haven't seen it, because they play, they play off a lot of especially the last 3 episodes of things that get wrapped up and just, the moments I was screaming at the TV, it is nice to know there was other people doing the same thing.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
So, where I was super frustrated with certain characters, and I'm like,
watch a meme and they're like doing the same thing. You're like, yep.
Yeah, and I'm like, yes, thank you. Validation. Absolutely.
Exactly.
So, it's a cool like, you know.
Mm-hmm. They grew up watching it. Yeah, we grew up watching them. They're little, now they're older, right? And it's just, yeah, it needs. I say it needs to end, but yeah, it's you know, it's ran its course. I'm sure people get Stranger Things fatigue, and you know, it's just nice to.
Well, and like anything, there's only so much you can do.
Right.
You know.
Right.
There's only so much you can do with what you have to not have it fucking jump the shark and be
correct
crappy afterwards.
Mm-hmm. But the shows, yeah, the episodes we've gotten, the season's been, yeah, the characters, the costumes, I mean, they went crazy, right? I mean, and a lot of the actors from the show win, you know, done like movies and other things, and they've really gotten popular. So, yeah, this show was really a stepping stone for a lot of these kids. And it's one of the coolest intro songs ever, too. When it says skip intro, I flick it off. Like, no, you don't ever skip the intro to Stranger Things. I love it. Love that score at the very first album.
It is a really good one. Yeah, I agree. I can't. Yeah, I don't think I get tired of that one. Yeah, that's one of those.
The title font comes in. Yeah, it's awesome.
I agree with that.
It's always interesting, the kids that grow up and they can't outgrow the franchise. You know, think of the Harry Potter movies, right? Like these kids were in so many wildly successful Harry Potter movies. They become that character, whether they like it or not.
Yeah,
right.
The character, be part for the actor, you name them by the character from Harry Potter. Yeah, it's true.
Right. Mm-hmm. And so it could be kind of hard for Hollywood to take them serious, especially in the Harry Potter, because so much more British too. And so, yeah, it's like I'm interested. Like, how will these Stranger Things characters do? Or are they all like just going to live off the royalties for the rest of their life?
Well, and there's like a Stranger Things Broadway show now that has like you have to see the Broadway show. It's like a prequel almost to certain things, and so it kind of forces kids to go out of their comfort zone and go out to the theater, which I think is really cool because it's not going. I mean, I'm sure maybe that they'll probably air it at some point, but you know. My kid was already asking, can we go see that play? And I'm like, really? You want to go see a play? Like, since what, you know? So it's getting them to kind of expose them to a different side of theater and different, you know, ways of storytelling, which I think is good too. But yeah, it's a good show.
Cool. Word. What else we got? You know, let me rip out the roses real quick. Oh, no, since we do TV, I'll just explain. It's another Netflix show, The Beast in Me. I'm not sure if anybody was particularly responsible for writing or directing it, but it's Claire Danes, and she's really good in it. And she is an author, a writer of kind of bad books. Almost like what was the movie? Misery. We're watching Misery a couple months ago, and the guy is like a hack romance novelist, and so Claire Danes is kind of a hack romance novelist that nobody really wants to take serious, or she struggles with taking herself serious, and her new next door neighbor is this super rich, kind of a playboy who's famous for, everybody thinks he murdered his wife, and he was found innocent of it. So it was kind of like an OJ, right? Like everybody knows he killed his wife, and so Claire Danes and him hook up she's going to write his memoirs, kind of thing. And so during all the interviews of her, and she's really, if you remember her she's kind of a real similar character from Homeland. Like she's kind of like, not bipolar, but she's like super manicky.
Okay.
And she's really good in it. Like her going back and forth off Matthew Reyes. He's the rich guy. They have a really good chemistry. And so the show, it ends up, the season wraps up really tightly, really quickly. I thought they needed like a whole nother episode, but it wrapped up really, really quickly. But each episode, man, they would just build on they would just give you enough of like, oh shit, man, as you just get a little bit deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's a relatively short, I think there was only maybe 8 episodes. 7 episodes, or no, 8 it says here. So, and it's good. If you liked Homeland,
Is it wrapped up?
And
Is
kind of
it one and done?
it wraps up. Yeah, it's done. There's no way there's going to be a second season.
What you guys were talking about is probably the ideal thing that most people are kind of leaning towards now, right? Like, to kind of just, you guys don't like season 2s on things because of
MCP
that.
doesn't like season 2s.
It depends. You know, Pluribus is an interesting situation because it opens up this world where you're like, in every episode, they open up the door up a little bit wider that makes you go like, oh yeah, what would happen if that was the thing, right? And so it really opens up, and you could easily develop the consciousness. I'll call it the consciousness more. More explanations, etc. Like I said, I'm still behind, obviously.
Right, but you still have like the 12 people or the 15 people or whatever that are out there that are not introduced. You have all of these options, yeah, for sure.
So if the show is compelling enough, it can keep on. I wouldn't have a problem with a second season, and if that's good enough, then I'm not guaranteed to hate a sophomore season. But yeah, there's been several examples of where the sophomore season just immediately starts, running into the hurdles, and you got real motivation you need motivation to keep going. We talked about it, I think, last week. So,
so do you think?
This one is perfect in the sense it wraps up.
Okay, so this would be good to binge watch and just be like, okay, done with season.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah. Yep. You could binge watch this in like 3 parts, right? If you watch 2 or 3 episodes back to back, a couple nights apart, like you could finish this up in like 2 weeks in a reasonable time. Not how binge works. And it's compelling enough. Well, I don't know, right?
You binge in the weekend, you're done, right? That's what binging is.
Right. I don't do that. I've never done that before. That seems crazy.
So you just explain to people how to binge it, and then you don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
And then my mistake.
Okay. His understanding.
What would you call that? What would you call that? What I described?
What the fuck do I know? You're the one who said it. Tell us.
I would call it.
Well,
I would call it speed running. Binging is watching it back to back. Speed running is you watch something that's normally weekly every day. Right? So something that takes 9 weeks takes you 9 days. That's a speed run.
Right.
Something that takes 9 weeks and it takes 9 hours, that's a binge.
Got it. Okay. That makes perfect sense.
The more you know, Harley.
Yeah, I speed run our favorite shows. I've never binged anything. Okay. I just don't have it in me. Yeah. So
I think you can, Harley.
But no, I like that. I like that differentiation.
Did you watch it high
speed or running? It's all a blur, to be honest with you.
Wow.
He was binging on other things.
Exactly. There he goes. You might, what that means.
Trail mix, cookies, donuts, ice cream, Diet Dr. Pepper.
What? What do you call it?
Never mind.
Fonso, how about Karate Kid?
Karate Kid, Legends. Yeah. It's this, it's the same formula. With a little twist with Miyagi family. Jackie Chan plays like the Mr. Miyagi role in this one. After Kung Fu prodigy Li Fong relocates to New York City, he attracts unwanted attention from a local karate champion and embarks on a journey to enter the ultimate karate competition with the help of Mr. Han and Daniel LaRusso. There you go. You see him in the cover. It's not a spoiler. And same formula. Coming of age, martial arts, teenage drama. And it's really well because the kid's already he's not like learning it for the first time. He's already an established fighter, which is cool. So we get to see the cool montages still, but we don't have to go through the whole process from the very beginning. He does get bullied, and he has to move to New York. But what's really cool, he befriends somebody immediately. This girl, she shows him around. Her dad, Pacey from Dawson's Creek, playing a dad now, which is fucking weird. It's fucking old we are now. Fucking Pacey's playing a dad. And he's dad to this girl, Mia, who is the love interest for Fong here. And we get to see old Jackie Chan, man. It's fucking, it's crazy.
Wait, is this is the direct sequel to the Karate Kid with Jackie Chan? It's just we don't have Jaden Smith in it.
Is it? I don't know if it is. They don't mention him. Well, you know what? It might be. You know why? Because he plays the same character, right? Because there's some training they do where like they take a jacket off that he was training Jaden. You're right. So you're right. I guess it is. But he didn't even mention.
This is. They want to forget. Well, the original has it's a 6.3.
Yeah, this one's 6.3. Yeah, I mean, yeah, this one was fun. I enjoyed it. It's streaming on Netflix right now. If you're a fan of this franchise of the series, it's a no brainer. Like you have a good time with it. You know, it doesn't reinvent the wheel, but it's just cool to see like a young new Karate Kid, and he's pretty quick, man. He's pretty fast. He's got some moves, and the bad guys, you know, he's a bad guy as well. He's like a Johnny, you know, like all the other ones, and but it's actually they're in New York. You know, it's fun to see New York, not fucking CG world, you know. And see Pacey's dad, a former boxer, he's they helping each other train. It's cool, man. It's a fun time. I'll give it $1.
Nice.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right, let's wrap around to me. I guess I'll go again. Let's see. I watched Fall Guy. I rewatched it. Still good.
I thought Fonso won. I was guessing Fonso was this one.
Well, there you go. How about that?
Yep, you were wrong.
Surprise.
You're wrong, Harley. Surprise, motherfucker.
But we've talked about this a bunch before. It's still a Slater. It's still a lot of fun. What's more fun is I'll talk about Wake Up Dead Man, a Knives Out mystery.
Oh,
yeah, this was on Netflix.
Right. Yeah.
Another 2025 movie that I'm catching up on. Nice. Detective Benoit Blanc teams up with an earnest young priest to investigate a perfectly impossible crime at a small town church with a dark history. It's got the same Knives Out vibe.
Same director.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. That's right. I think it's my favorite of the bunch.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Is this the third or the fourth?
This is the third one. The third one.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does he still talk like Foghorn Leghorn?
Yes, he does. He absolutely does, and it's great.
Nice.
Yeah. But
Josh Brolin, Jeremy Renner.
Josh Brolin is good
Close.
in it. Yeah, Jeremy
Jeffrey
Renner.
Wright.
It's got a good cast. Yeah, a lot of well-known faces. It's got that, you know, the classic whodunit, but I think the pacing and the storytelling in this one is the best of the bunch. Because after we watched this, we watched Glass Onion immediately afterwards.
Yeah.
Oh. We're like, yeah, we're in this mood. Let's just keep going. And we watched Glass Onion, and it was still good. It's a Slater still, but it wasn't as good as this one, as Wake Up Dead Man. Nice. So, yeah, this one it has potential to be a Slater. We only watched it the one time.
I'd buy that for $1.
We'll see what happens between now and our 2025 recap.
Oh,
so
stay tuned.
Yeah, stay tuned for that one.
Yeah. Very nice.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Tony's cranking them movies 2025. He's trying to get that list.
Yep.
Fill up that metrics. There you go. Did you watch another one then? That's called The Roses?
That was not me.
I saw that one.
Oh, shit. Harley saw that one?
Yeah.
Oh, we're sorry. We're running out of time. We got to keep going.
Yeah, this one's an interesting one. It's a little forgettable. It's essentially a remake of The War of the Roses.
Oh, okay.
Which it's like the 80s. I always forget who's in it because I never saw it.
Screwball comedy, it says in one of the tags.
Right. Yeah, dark comedy, satire, screwball comedy. Tinderbox of competition and resentments underneath the facade of a picture-perfect couple is ignited when the husband's professional dreams come crashing down.
Who wrote that?
So this is one of those movies that... Yeah, this is unfortunately is one of those movies...
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I think there's a slight delay too, but that's all good. So, it's got one of those where the characters do shit they would never do in real life because we have to like stick to this script, and you could struggle with that. You get a fun banter. The couple, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Olivia Colman.
What'd you do her back?
Wow.
Yeah. We're talking about that now.
You did well there?
I pronounce it phonetically. Cumberbatch.
Say it with a British accent at least. Make it sound all right. His name is very dirty, though, isn't it?
Cumberbatch.
What was that? That sounded Irish, bro.
No, that was fucked
What
up.
was
I
that?
know, dude. That was bad. I'm sorry.
We have
So
an
that's why I
expert with
shouldn't even
accents
try.
on the podcast.
I know.
Show us a little respect, man, with the accents, man.
Champ, can you do Benedict Cumberbatch in Spanish? Or in fucking...
No. I'm trying to deal with these brats at the door. I knew it was only a matter of time.
Oh,
Excuse me if I
there?
keep muting, because somebody's gonna fucking get strangled. Sorry.
Sir Benedict Cumberbatch.
Oh, so anyway, okay, so I'll try to wrap up the story.
Right.
He's
Did you like
married
it?
to Olivia Colman.
Yes.
I did laugh throughout quite a bit of it. It's not really my thing. There is Tony wouldn't like it. The husband and wife bicker, and they're insulting to each other, and it's wildly uncomfortable to watch. And as you're watching it, you're like, it's like cringy of like watching a married couple constantly be hyper passive aggressive to each other.
Oh, and they weren't just teasing each other; they were like literally like.
No, it's real. Like they're being honest. Like
There's
the way
an
you fucking
animosity,
snore at
it's
night.
that weird, like, and you can
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
they don't fucking like each other.
Right, and so the without spoiling it, they've come to the terms that they're going to separate, and so they start fighting over what they're going to split up. And so the main premise of the movie is this, and this is what the original was based on, is them fighting over assets, basically. And so,
and you were laughing.
And so they're just
you were
nasty.
getting chuckles.
They're just constant. You do laugh, but it's like laughs of uncomfort. You know what I mean? Like, look at that.
Right,
Look at that homeless guy bang his head up against the wall. That's funny. No, it's not.
How did you
It's
laugh?
really
How
sad.
did you laugh?
It's that you're just uncomfortable. You don't know what else to do, and that's like what just naturally
Exactly.
comes. Yeah.
Right,
Mhm.
right.
I get it.
So, but the performances of the two are really good, and so it's compelling. So it's one of those movies you'll like it or you'll love it or hate it. And
When did you come out?
Yeah, to be honest with you, I hated that experience of watching people hate each other. It really makes me uncomfortable.
Too close to home.
But it's one of those movies where like I didn't like it, but it's well done, right? It's triggering. It's like triggering my PTSD, but I have to be like, like I gave a Serbian film $1, right?
So you didn't.
So anyways, I don't know. I would almost give it $1, but I'm going to give it a low $1, but it won't make my top 10 movies of 2020.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Lowest dirty dollar.
Okay.
I'd buy that for $1.
All fair is love and war.
Right.
So we all three saw one battle after another then.
Yes.
Right.
There it is. That is currently streaming on HBO. That's a 2025 movie. I watched it to see if it would make my top 10. So stay tuned if it will. When their evil enemy resurfaces after 16 years, a group of ex-revolutionaries reunite to rescue the daughter of one of their own, a Paul Thomas Anderson joint. So last time he made a movie, huh? Wow, right? 2 hours and 41 minutes. It's lengthy. It's a lot. Sorry, Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn.
That's
what?
long.
Right?
Holy shit. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, that's what she said. Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro. And, this is, I was thinking about the runtime. You know what? The runtime hurts me because, like, they didn't start really engaging me till, like, mid-second act and then to the third act. You know, there was, like, a lull in that second act. You know, first part's kind of interesting. There was, like, a huge lull. But that second to the finish line, it got me. That's when I really enjoyed it. I don't know how you guys felt.
Is it at the when they jump 15 years? Because I don't think that's spoiler territory. It happens relatively enough. But it's one of those movies where we get events and then a 15-year you skip, and now all of a sudden everybody's 15 years older. I thought when that happened, I was like, oh shit! I was locked in, and it held my attention until the credits roll.
Okay.
And I'm one of those people who's like real hit or miss with Paul Thomas Anderson. I'm not sucking this guy's dick, but this one, the length of this one didn't bother me one bit.
Oh, nice. I'm sorry. Is anyone watching the trailer on IMDb and has a guy doing the ASL?
Oh my God! Yes.
Oh no,
it's tripping me out.
I have to watch it now. I have to risk crashing the internet.
I was like, "Yo, is anyone else seeing this? Or is this me?"
I was like, "Who's this person in the corner?"
He doesn't have an X.
I was waiting to hear what the hell this was. So thank you.
He's entertaining though. Like I kind of watch the movie with it now, like that. He's like explosions and ominous music and dun dun dun.
I know.
It got me distracted.
Popping down like
he's like, dun dun dun. Oh, then my heart.
Well, I'm curious. Wouldn't you just have subtitles?
Yeah.
Right.
But maybe
this is why we don't do this. We have subtitles for deaf people.
Yeah, but it doesn't convey the tone. When you can see that the tone is conveyed in the facial expressions and in the softness of the. I know, but teeny tiny.
Right, I'm watching it now too. I see what
Harley
you're
wants
saying.
to know if he can choose a white man to do it. He don't like the.
He doesn't understand the tones. The tones.
He doesn't understand the tones.
Is that like any ebonics of tones?
Makes your contrast, Harley. Hey, his TV's too ain't fancy enough to do this anyways. He can't do this. He can't have it. This can't happen.
Oh my God.
I kind of want to press that option now. You know, it reminds me, I did see a meme where this guy was watching, they talked about it, he goes, "Hey, I don't know how I got this guy on the screen. I don't know how to get rid of him." And now I saw it pop up like, oh, this is what he was talking about. It
reminds me of those, when you see the signers at concerts, rock concerts and stuff.
Right,
and
the Wu-Tang
Clan
like one. I saw one. There was a Wu-Tang Clan. And Method Man looked over and he was like, yo,
look
at
shit,
this person.
she's fucking going off.
Uh-huh.
But you see her facial expressions and stuff.
Oh,
Like she has to fucking feel it.
She
she's
goes
in
hard.
it.
Oh, hell yeah. She
looks like a fucking librarian and shit. So she's like.
Yes, that's the best part. She looks like a
mad,
librarian, but she's
like,
full on fucking gangster. Yeah. That's hilarious. It's giving me PTSD of work though. When I'm like, if I see that, I'm gonna go to a customer's home and I'm like, I was trying to watch one battle after another. There was a black man on the bottom corner of my TV. I couldn't get rid of him. That's gonna happen. I'm gonna be so upset.
Well, now you know. Now you know what it is.
I'll document if that happens because you guys won't believe.
Well, and then I have to know: does he do the whole movie? I mean, he's just doing the trailer.
Well, no, this
is there a fucking?
I guarantee he's on the whole movie.
What about the 320 director's cut? Is he there the whole time?
You know what? I'm gonna go on HBO Max right now and I'll answer that question while you guys review the movie.
That's crazy.
Figured out. Go.
So Angie, have you seen the trailers or seen anything about this?
No, actually, this is the first time I've heard about it, but it looks cool.
Right. Did you ever see that the little reel, Angie, where Leo's talking in Spanish and he's whistling? On Instagram? No. Okay. Oh, there it is. Right, ASL, right on the cover, right on the main page of HBO. It says ASL. How do you turn it on? Let's see. Oh, my version has that one already. They didn't even let me choose. Okay, I'm gonna hit watch now. Let's see. Sorry. Oh, there it is. One battle to know with ASL. Sorry. This is. I'm documenting shit right now. This is new.
This is new. I've never seen anything like that before. Tripping out.
And the WB logo, immediately he shows up. He's playing piano. He's playing the theme. Oh, anyway, real quick, did anyone recognize the Wizard of Oz theme in the score? This movie when they were doing a car chase theme? Oh, dude, I had to look it up because I heard and I had like, whoa, that's Wizard of Oz.
That's the fucking Wicked Witch.
Oh, the Wicked Witch of the East,
yes.
right? Okay,
yes, that played in the score. I looked it up online. Sure enough, the composer said he used a little sample of it into the score.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
I
cool.
I totally missed that.
Yeah, but yeah, my man's right here in the WB logo playing piano. He's playing the score. This is amazing. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit, see if he's still there in the halfway mark. Let's see. Dude, so my man's standing the entire time, the 2 hours and 41 minutes. He's just standing here the whole time.
I'm sure it's edited, but yeah.
This is amazing. Yeah, he's there the whole time. That's incredible. So, all right, review the movie, fellas. What's going on here?
So the main problem I had with the movie.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Yes, thank you.
is the main character, I think, ends up being the bad guy. If you kind of pay attention, you talked about like the 15-year time jump and the different characters that we follow throughout the movie. The one character that kind of stays the same is the quote-unquote bad guy. And it's
you're gonna have to explain.
And I think that's because you follow the movie starts off. You're following Leo DiCaprio as like a rebel. He's a guerrilla fighter, and his girlfriend. And his girlfriend meets, that one. I don't know if he's a general back then, but he was in charge of one of the areas, and she's kind of like flirting, not
one of the
flirting.
military complex.
J. Lockjaw.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
Lockjaw.
Hell yeah.
And she's kind of like flirting with him, but not, and giving him shit, and he's you could tell he's loving it. And they got this weird like chemistry going on. And then the movie seems to switch to like her as the main character and kind of follows her for a bit, and then it jumps into the future, and we start following different characters. But the Lockjaw guy, he's the same force. Like he's the same throughout, right? And so it was difficult to follow, to not have like a main character to follow. And to like, okay, I like this guy because the Leo's character Bob, he kind of is he kind of turns into a loser at one point in the movie, and I'm like, yeah, he's kind of dropping the ball here. So it's like I wasn't in his corner anymore. So I'm like, whose corner am I in? I normally like want to be be rooting for somebody, and there was like nobody to really root for, and so that's what felt a little like
you root for the new character, the daughter.
Right, you have to. Like you're not right. You're not.
And the relationship, yeah.
But you have no reason to like her. They haven't given you a character that's just the product of some characters, and you don't really know much about her. You know what I mean? Like you don't see what she's accomplished.
And I'm looking at the runtime. You don't meet the daughter till 33 minutes into the movie. I just looked at that. So it's like you made an interesting point. You brought up the fact that like we follow the mother, and then it's kind of like the main character is Leo, and then we're supposed to realize, oh yeah, Sean Penn is still around, and so there's a lot of characters that they flesh out, and that I think for me that's why I didn't mind the runtime. I think it worked fine because it gave you enough time to flesh out all.
Honestly,
these characters.
I didn't realize the runtime was so long. So I think I'm on that boat. Right. Yeah, I did not notice the runtime being too long. And you're probably right. It's probably because there's so much characters and there's so many different points of view that they're following.
And there is some fun action in this movie. There's some car chase scenes where I'm like, oh wow. Like that's pretty impressive. There's some explosions. Like they definitely. It was not a budget movie. You can see they were like, oh no, let's like actually do. We don't have to cut corners, right? Paul Thomas Anderson doesn't have to cut corners. I think I read that it was one of his.
So just to finish with that of that I started.
Yeah,
with,
sorry.
Because I said that's the one thing I didn't like. Is that I felt a little lost with who I'm supposed to follow, and I didn't like that the Sean Penn character was like he was starting to feel like he was the main character, but that's the only real part I didn't like. The storytelling was actually pretty good, and I was entertained through the movie, and like I said, I didn't even notice the long runtime. There was some fun. There was even some comedy mixed in certain scenes. Where I was laughing, even though like I don't think it does it dark comedy. Okay, so yeah, so there's definitely some dark comedy moments in there.
Sir. You have to give us the password.
Oh God!
Oh my God, that was so hilarious.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
He's like, look, I haven't been doing this for 15 fucking years, and I smoked a lot of weed and drank a lot of beer. I don't remember your fucking code. Yeah, no, I get that. Well, and all that was shot in Humboldt. And that's where my mom lived, and I've spent enough time in it. Go ahead, sorry.
One of the stores was in Eureka.
Right. And so there's a ton of scenes from the movie where I'm like, oh, I know that place. I've been there before. Oh yeah, I know that.
Yeah.
I know there.
That's cool.
Or at least that area.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
how's that car's engine, Harley? Was it accurate?
No, it was all good. The sound, all the shit, like
right.
yeah, the machine gun rattle was on point.
The biggest crime is Benicio. We didn't get to see him in action, if you know what I mean. Like that's the biggest crime.
Right.
I was hoping.
Right.
See, but he was awesome.
But I liked his character, right?
I love his character. Yeah.
Right. It's just like he cannot be rattled. You know what I mean?
Right. I got to save a legend twice.
Yeah. It was cool to see. I'm with Tony with like the main character. I don't know if I like her yet. She's kind of she's not very likable. In the very beginning too, very abrasive, very just loud.
Even in the beginning.
Oh, you're talking about the mother.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
When
no,
you're not Leo and the daughter.
Like
I'm all in. I'm all in. Like he, the way he portrays it, I liked it. He was like this zany, like conspiracy, fucking, panicky, running with the backpack, I thought it was cool to see Leo in that way. He wasn't the cool, I see him in like this is Jordan Belfort, but I see him like this with the fucking handlebar mustache, smoking the little joint with.
It is different for sure.
It was right, yeah, and I thought he did a good job. I thought Sean Penn was awesome, and we just saw him too as a young guy, fucking young kid. Now to see him as an old guy was a trip.
Yeah.
Right, now he's old, right? By the end of the movie, he's like...
Well, and Sean Penn's character, that was like... I thought he did a really good job of playing that character.
Oh, hell yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. He was very convincing, so that's why it worked, man.
But it is almost a caricature, right? Like, the character isn't for real, right? I mean, they even give him the name, right? Like, he's almost a parody of some other military-like characters in their hypocrisies and their like just the ridiculous. Like he is the ultimate villain in the movie, and everything that represents him, the military-industrial complex, everything where we hate about the American military, he represents, and he does it very well. But everybody, like the people,
Guild. Oh, that's fucked up.
Right? The other people that are with him that do the questions and stuff, like. They're predators. They are disgusting human beings, right? Like everybody associated with the military. It's a very and yeah, it doesn't matter. The politics of it.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah. Yeah, I give it a high dollar too.
All right.
I'd buy that for a dollar.
All dollars.
There you go.
Nice.
Hope you like that long extra segment right there for y'all.
Right.
Yes.
Well, and being the homework. I thought that worked out.
Right. Yeah. So there's a certain line, right, Tony, in the syllabus that was brought up. We're hoping we can answer
Yeah. So I enabled notes. I enabled notes in the syllabus, and the idea is that you write down a note for us to read when you assign a movie. When we pick one of the movies from your syllabus. And this one,
Champ had a movie, right?
the Champ, we assigned the Champ's movie, Spy, 2015. And in the notes, it says, because Limp Dick Unicorn sounds atrocious.
So you want me to explain? Explain.
Continue the joke.
Yes. So on TikTok, I saw this clip where Melissa McCarthy, who's the main character in the movie, is just talking shit to this guy. And she's like, I'm going to rip off your dick and glue it to your forehead so you look like a limp dick unicorn. And I was like, I got to see it. And so,
also, you hadn't seen this before.
I had, no.
Oh, okay.
So I was that's what prompted me to put it on the syllabus. And that was my note, because Tony went through all the trouble of putting that spot. And I was like, nobody uses those, and so I started using it.
Well, Robert said it was broken, so that's why nobody started using it.
Robert's fucking. Well, you know what? I can't say Robert's because
the thing about I make things, and a lot of the things I do it for myself. I use the notes so that I can run by myself why I pick a movie and put it on my syllabus.
It's helpful though, because like I have notes all over the place.
Take notes.
No, you have, and Angie's got a lot of notes in here. There's definitely a note with a lot of these, so it's going to be good once they come up.
What's the no for August Underground?
Just a big middle finger.
Oh, wow. That sounds about right.
That's exactly what that was. Yeah, I took that off.
So what? It's not on there anymore?
Ever stop. No, I didn't want to be abusive to you guys. That is a very, like, anybody who watches that is.
I'm so curious about it because we've watched the Serbian film. We've watched, the.
It's a walk in the park, Tony.
Well, it doesn't. It's just choppy. It deserves.
She's afraid of what we're going to think of her after we watch it.
It's really is just like the characters are the seediest motherfuckers.
I like them already.
It's Harley. Just like already, just thinking about it just makes me like cringy, angry. Where I'm like, who is your mother? You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, where do these fucking guys come from? All right,
fellas, let's all add it to our syllabus.
Yeah, no. First 10 minutes, it gets really bad. Like it's like they cut off somebody's nipple, and it's just this whole thing, and it's like,
oh boy,
okay, yeah. And it's slow, and you're watching every detail, and it really is that whole like idea of. So yeah, no, I don't want you guys watching that. That was not.
Oh, I think Harley missed the nipple slicing.
Oh no!
You just came back.
I missed the last 20 seconds.
Oh yeah, so
Harley didn't want to hear it. He was so scared.
No.
Did you hear that? He said earmuffs. He said, "I'm a boy."
No, we're not doing that. So, other body parts that intrigued me about movies was the limp dick unicorn. So, bringing it back to Spy, that's why I wanted to watch this movie. I was like, what the fuck is that about, and how do we incorporate that into a movie? So I was like, fuck, that's a crazy line. I got to know the context fully. So, I was pleasantly surprised. So, yeah, that's what the note was about.
Gotcha.
To answer your question.
Thank you.
This is one of those movies that has a bunch of one-liners, zingers, right? Like they're just constantly throwing rapid fire zingers at the audience. It's like every 20 seconds is another. And then what's her name? Melissa McCarthy's character does an insulting 30-second rant as part of the moving the plot line along. But it's kind of a rinse and repeat of that sort of similar, every 8 minutes is sort of this kind of storyline, all under the guise of parodying Bond, the Bond franchise.
A lot of the zingers action comedy, yeah,
right, yeah, exactly. So the parody is heavy,
and they've worked together,
which I'm all about. Yeah. They all have a ton of heat. Yeah, right. And then we
got the James Bond type intro in the beginning. The music,
right.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Jude Law playing essentially playing Bond,
Yeah,
right. But like
Mr. Fine,
like an ignorant dickhead version of it,
right? Yeah.
He's a fucking idiot.
I was trying to figure him out. I was like, is he like villainous or is he just an arrogant? He's like a narcissistic.
He'd fix his hair every 5 seconds. When it was out of place. Yeah.
Right. Yeah, so that was funny trying to like.
Well, real quick, though, I mentioned the plot real quick. A desk-bound CIA analyst volunteers to go undercover to infiltrate the world of a deadly arms dealer and prevent diabolical global disaster. So in the very beginning, we do have essentially Melissa McCarthy is the guy in the chair, right? She's navigating. He's got the contacts where he can see everything, and she's sitting there, and he's just flirting with her all the time, and she keeps him alive throughout this. So you're like, okay, you see a little dynamic between them two. And then something happened. Then she has to get sent out on the field, and but when there's that video of her training and shit, you're like, oh shit, she can hold her own.
She's fucking up some shit. That was a therapy session. That's where I was like, oh, she got some fucking darkness inside that little girl. Yeah.
And like with Harley was saying, how they parody like the James Bond movies, and there's that scene where they're showing her like all the gadgets, but it's like in hemorrhoid cream and like toe.
Well, and and that speaks to like the underlying message, right? Like the whole like there's this whole thing about like this movie was like a feminist ploy of like having someone who does not fit the like Angelina Jolie body type being a kick-ass CIA agent, right? but it plays on that whole notion too of the feminists wanting to empower this woman in this movie, but they're still downplaying that part too. Like, it's like, okay, so she's the cat lady, right? Like every
she's all the stereotypes
yes,
of that.
she's the of who her body type would portray, you know.
Right.
But
her disguise
also,
was, or her like ID or whatever, her photos.
right? And it, like, every single freaking one is a different version of a cat lady or
Yes.
a mom whose fucking kids hate her, or what, you know. Like,
Right.
she shows the picture and she's like, really? These are my kids. They fucking look like I'm holding them hostage. Like,
Now, is that funny? Is that funny or is it cringy?
Well, on certain things, for me, you know, I think maybe a female interpretation would be different because, you know, for me, I see it as like, it's funny because that's the way that they portray certain, you know, society will portray, media will portray moms, or that,
Right.
that it's like, okay, you're, you know, like with me right now, one of them's trying to pass me a note under the door.
You got your chancla?
Oh
can
my
you hit 'em
God!
from where you're
No, I don't have my chancla.
See?
But
Oh.
see what it is. But see, because we're mean, we're snippy.
Have Harley talk to him. He'll fall asleep
No,
in 5 minutes.
Hell no! Oh my God. Anyway, what was I saying? See, I completely get derailed.
Sorry.
But for me, some of those are funny and some of them are cringy, where I'm like, it just depends on the delivery, right? So I think, like how you were saying, the constant, like, they're throwing another thing at you. Some of them land really well. Some of them are like,
Right.
Okay. And it could be that it was too consistent. But some of the things that they do to portray women, especially in this like male dominated field, you know, at the beginning, the agent that she's covering and guiding through, she knows everything. He doesn't know his fucking head from his ass without her. So I think it also speaks to that dynamic of that behind every great man is this woman that's moving all the fucking parts and knows what the fuck is going on. So there's a lot of like little things that I think a female would pick up more, or, you know, I think just our perspective of life and the way that we're placed in society is a little different, living it firsthand. But
you're making it sound really serious movie when it says parody, slapstick, and comedy.
Right? No. That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of symbolism used here to try. That's what I was getting at. Is that there's this whole like voice of like there's this feminist movement involved where she's like the badass and blah blah blah, but also she's not taking herself too seriously. Because there's lots of moments where like she jumps on the motorcycle and then she's like ready. She's fucking ready to fucking find the bad guy, and then she eats shit on it.
But why does it have a hood on it? Is it for the fucking
right?
boat?
And then she's like, "Why the fuck do you guys have?" She's like blaming that, and I just think it's funny because, you know, she's not taking herself too seriously in the moment either.
Well,
so,
I thought was
also
interesting
too real
is
quick though,
basically.
Is like, yeah, go ahead, Harley.
I was just going to say, every physical test that she gets faced with, like riding the scooter or fighting or shooting, she passes it, you know, to the audience. She's just as capable as the male counterpart when she is actually, when her back's put up against the wall and she has to do this. And then that's the next action set piece, is watching us, the audience, go, oh shit, she can like run and jump and kick ass and ride motorcycles and shoot and shit. Yeah.
Yeah, and what's cool,
So that's what I think where you're getting at. Yeah,
we have a female villain too, with Rose Byrne, right? And then we have the complete opposite with Jason Statham, where you think he's the main action star, right? Mm-hmm. And they flip the script with him too, right? Which is fucking hilarious. You know,
I thought so the entire movie has a lot of that, where you're just not expecting what's happening.
Yeah, and no, I found it hilarious. Her fucking delivery, and when she curses, to me, it cracks me up every time. Like, I think her delivery is hilarious, and when she goes on her rants, it just fucking cracks me up. She does it so well. I love that her husband made a little cameo, and then when he was asking, I think it was the guy, the tourist, I don't know if it was one they were asking for Popeye's chicken, but he showed up in Bridesmaid too. Funny that he always gets a little cameo in her movies. The fight scenes were funny as hell. Like I thought, I just thought I thought it was for.
There was some good fight choreography.
Yeah, but even she didn't do the whole Chris Farley thing where she has to go through a table. Her size is you know what I mean?
Right,
It's gonna be a problem the whole time. It wasn't even a factor. Even when she got glammed up, it's okay, look, they're glamming her up. She's in disguise. It's where the James Bond would go into playing casino and he's in a suit. They give her the long hair and they give her the dress. Right? I think she gets to do her scene, but then. She gets she adds the comedy element. So at the very beginning, it's fucking slapstick. You know what you're watching. I mean, essentially, right? So either you're laughing with it, you're having a good time with it, or you're not. You like you said, Harley, you're laughing or you're cringing. So it's
right.
So either one or the other, I think.
I think, unfortunately, the movie can kind of bounce back and forth, and I think that's what it did for me, where. Sometimes it is funny, and I'm like, "Oh my god, look at!" And Jason Statham, he rubs his face, and you can hear because his beard's so sharp, there is a lot of that, like you said, slapsticky. But then unfortunately for me, Melissa McCarthy's humor is not funny; it's cringy, and so the self. When what is it when you self depreciation? Not that's the right word. Deprecating. Thank you.
Yeah.
Right. That for her, the self-deprecating humor.
Okay.
Well, similar. Yeah.
All right. No, there's too many big fucking syllable words up in this joint. It's not funny for me. It's just it doesn't hit for me, and some of her some of her one-liners are chuckly or. But it's I struggle for 2 hours of it, right? This is a 2-hour movie, and it's it could have been a 20-minute short, right? But for me, what hurts it is the fact that it's another Paul Feig, Melissa McCarthy joint, right? That part doesn't work for me. The fight choreography, some of the one-liners. The whole parody on Bond, I had no problem with all that. It was actually quite funny and creative, and some of the references to Bond was, and like you said, the Rose Byrne as being the villain, and she's kind of this over the top, and all the characters are kind of over the top.
Dressed up as a slave dolphin trainer fucking cracks me up. Seeing that fucking outfit.
Yeah, right. That's
so good.
And so there's a lot to in those individual. I feel like it's 12 YouTube shorts or TikToks, whatever the kids are, whatever we're watching these days. It's a dozen of those funny moments. But when you stitch it all together, it's kind of a shitty movie.
What's funny you should say that, bring that up, because that's how Angie saw it. And then
I was just going to say that whole thing. I was and that's what hooked me was through that.
Right.
So you're right. I mean, there is just all of these little snippets that can be pulled and it could be broken apart. Absolutely.
But did you enjoy it though when you watched it?
The first time I watched it, I enjoyed it. The second time I watched it, I was it wasn't as funny the second time. So I totally can see exactly what Harley is saying.
And this was the second time I had seen it too.
Oh, okay. So so the second time it really is just there's nothing that's going to surprise you. There's not much more to it to watch a second time around.
Which is funny because comedies have the replayability,
Well, I mean, for whatever reason, the high heel up in the air when she eats shit on the motorcycle gets me every time. I don't know why when it lingers in the air for that extra half second, just makes me laugh. But that's pretty much it that I could say that I could watch over and over again is just that fucking happening.
I like when she called that dude a Pepe Le Pew, the fucking Italian dude that kept flirting with her.
Oh, yeah. And there is a lot of really funny, where she's being really mouthy. And, and some of it is where, guys are trying to hit on her and that fucking, the guy that comes to pick her up, Aldo or whatever his name is, that's
Matthew's
one of these days I'm gonna fuck you. And she's like, what the fuck?
And the one cameo by a certain rapper was hilarious. Oh, they not see that coming.
No, that was terrible. I thought that was cheesy. No, I enjoyed that character. Because at the end, I still don't fucking know whether he himself is a rich British dude or a douchey French dude. Like, I can't tell. I love that at the end. That
the way he switches his accent on her.
Yeah. Right. Yeah, exactly. And as the audience member, I'm like, I don't know which one he is.
See, now listen,
He was
Jen
so
is funny
compelling
like that
in
too,
both.
where she's got a potty mouth and her delivery's hilarious too. So whenever she's on screen and she starts cursing, she's like, yeah, there's just some like a Samuel Jackson, right, where they just curse, it just like flows so easily. And she's one of those characters too. To have them both in the scene was pretty fucking funny. When she had the pink eye and she go, "What the fuck did I tell you? Don't sit anywhere near him with that fucking eye." You know, she's
yeah. Allison, she's good.
Right.
But all of her characters, I think, are mostly like that. She's very like edgy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No, she's playing herself. It's kind of it's like a lot of, you know what, when we were watching it, I was like, this reminds me of the Kevin Hart movies, right? It's a movie. It's like a spec script where they're like, okay, we need to insert this comedian and their comedian style or what they're kind of famous for. Sam Kinison, right? He just screams and rants and rages. Or Rodney
you want a snarky
Dangerfield,
character,
no
you get Chevy Chase, right? Like he was amazing as it.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
this was like this was like the 3 to 5 years of Melissa McCarthy, and I just don't think she's a leading lady. I hate to say it, but I don't think she's got the talent to do these big, to have the comedy career that
I liked her in Go.
Some of her in Go.
Think about it, Harley. I'm gonna let you think about that.
The original Go from the fucking mid-90s.
Yep.
Melissa McCarthy's in.
Yep.
God, I don't even remember what character she's in.
I know. See, you have to watch it again.
Yeah, so that was her first movie or some shit, like 10
be.
years before she made it big.
Might be. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, it's worth a YouTube find now.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Go itself is a repeatable movie. I would totally watch that movie over. She must have a little cameo in it.
Watch. Yeah.
Right. That's all I did. My dog's about to bark, and then I'm going to kick her right in the you-know-what. Be quiet.
Jesus.
Okay, right. She's laying down. She's
okay.
I don't know.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry.
Harley and his bitches, man, I swear.
Me and my bitches.
That's right. What'd you think, MTP?
So, yeah, Tony, you never. I don't think you ever. I thought we were wrapping this shit up, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
What's up?
Yeah, and you just replaced me. That's fine. My thoughts are cringe. That's kind of what I got out of the whole thing.
Right.
I didn't. Same idea, Harley. I huff. What is it? Chuckled a couple times, but for the most part, I was like, eh. The scenes where they just throw out one liner after one liner after one liner for the same situation makes me think of when they make films and they just tell them, like, all right, go ahead, riff, just come up with one lines, we'll pick one of them. They didn't pick one. They just left them all in.
They threw them all.
They just threw them all in there.
They couldn't decide.
Yeah, and I'm like, if you would have just picked one of those lines, the movie would be 40 minutes long. Like, so much of the movie was just doing the zing, 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 and I'm like, oh, okay, stop. So yeah, wasn't my kind of movie.
That would be
a
waste of time.
A waste of time.
That's what I was waiting for. Yeah.
Yeah. And for you, Harley?
A waste of time.
Yeah, it's a waste of time.
Oh.
Yeah.
I probably gave this a low dollar when I first saw it. I feel like we watched this on the podcast, but
no, I've never seen this. If you guys watched it, it was when I was not here.
Right. Okay. So I must have just watched it with Chris, and it wasn't memorable enough. I remember I was like, oh yeah, I remember the kind of like the beats of this, but it was kind of forgettable because it is just that. It's just one-liners, and so the characters. I like the idea that they're parroting Bond and blah, blah, blah. Yeah. She's just not talented enough to lead the character. And unfortunately, to go back, Angie, what you were talking about, there is sort of this Me Too movement commentary throughout the movie that is trying to take itself serious.
Right, but it can't
I don't
because
know.
it just doesn't get there with that. Exactly. That
Yeah,
was
exactly.
Point. Thank you.
The movie where they're showing the guy's dick on his phone. You're thinking this movie's serious?
Right.
Come on.
We paused it. We actually I was watching it with my bitches, and and I was like, "Wait a second, did I just see a big penis flash across the screen?" Spoiler alert, kids.
Well, you got that new HDTV, so you saw it really good, didn't you?
No. That TV's back at home. We're in San Diego still.
Oh, that's right.
We watched it in Steph's living room.
Okay.
So.
Does she have a nice TV?
It's nicer than the one I just bought. Yeah, that doesn't say much.
You saw it in HD then,
right? Oh yeah, of course.
You saw the huge dick in HD.
HD and HD.
No, I was mad because my cheap ass was mad because she had to rent it for like $4 or something like that.
Oh no!
And so I was mad. I was
Don't worry, the Patreon for next year's fights went up to $5, so you're good.
It literally is a waste of time, or a waste of $4.
Wow. Dang. So, I'm giving
if you like, if you don't mind the Melissa McCarthy schlocky character,
I don't think she's in enough movies where she's like Will Ferrell, where you're like, oh my gosh, right? Or like it's like Sandler's, where there's like, oh, so many of them. I don't think she's done that many to like get fatigued yet. So, or I don't watch enough of her movies to be fatigued. So yeah,
right.
I'd be curious if she probably had between 3 and 5 that I'm guessing.
She's on Cameo. I'd pay to have her curse you out, Harley, for sure.
Right. Yeah, she could do it. You're listening to the Bad Boys podcast.
She do Cameo. She could do sounder for us. That'd be amazing.
Her angry, angry,
great,
middle class white lady. Yeah, I wonder if she's still working. Oh yeah, she's working. Oh, she was Ursula in The Little Mermaid. How perfect is that?
Why? Why do you say that?
She's Ursula. I don't know, because she's kind of a bitchy character.
Wow, that's
villainous.
Why? Is that why? I thought you loved tortas.
Right? Yeah. I love tortas. I don't know what tortas are, but I love them.
Well, you're in San Diego. There's plenty, so you can help yourself.
Yep. They're everywhere.
Exactly.
Everywhere.
Any spot, Harley. You're good. He's like, what the fuck are they talking about? That's so quiet.
I know, it's just fucking, it's a sandwich. Like, I don't fucking get it.
You don't like sandwiches, Harley?
I love sandwiches. I don't know.
Well, then what the fuck? Why are you so weird? You like sloppy ones.
That's what I'm saying. Now, this is where I get the sex joke, but I don't know which organ. I don't know what organ we're talking about.
You like them with a lot of meat in your sandwiches, Harley? Fine, please.
No, leave him alone.
Next caller.
Thanks, caller. We ain't got no game. We can keep going.
Well, yeah. Did anybody call? Anybody have any questions for me? Since you
did anyone? Yeah.
Hopefully not.
They want to know the secret to your success.
Exactly. What was part of your plan? Yeah.
That's it.
Fucking do the parts of the game that are offered to you, not just the freaking.
Yeah, can we talk about that?
Because I do. Well,
I did
the
videos for one. So thank you for that. First off, you killed it. You did
like besides we did one. We did a video.
We did one, yeah, but you did 3 of them. One of the
I did 3, and I was trying to like pace them out. I was just trying to like. I did the drive-through one, and then that was like the week you guys announced it, and I was like, okay, cool, fuck it, let's ask the guy at Jack in the Box to say Bad Boys.
Shout out to that dude, Jack in the Box.
What was his name, like Martin or something like that?
Martin.
Yeah. And then I asked the lady at the
store, at
the North Gate.
Man, what was her name?
Oh, I don't remember. Probably Yolanda. I don't know.
Shout out to Yolanda.
We're gonna call her
Yoli. That's fucked up.
And then after I was just like, you guys were saying about how long the freaking game had took.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like tiptoeing and taking my sweet ass time, and I was like, you know what? Tony brought up, like, how many points you can actually get in one
Right.
episode if you took advantage of everything and you landed it all.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I was like, shit, okay, it's time to end it. Let's just do it. Let's just go. I was on my walk, and like you guys heard last week, I was just like, okay, fuck it. Well, I'm really cool with most of my neighbors. And she was just like, yeah, she was a really good sport. She was just like, afterwards, she was just like, what did I just do? And I was like, it's okay. You're not going to be on anything. Like, just, it's
that
fine.
she knows.
So.
Tony, what if if they said it in an accent, is that an extra point? If the person she got to say "Bad Boys for Life," if they said it in an accent,
No.
is that a bonus points?
No.
She does it in a
Marge
Simpson way.
Because the point is for the player.
What if you can get?
It's the point is for the player to do the work of the accent. You don't just pay someone else to do an accent.
Right.
Which, how do you know she paid?
Right.
She asked. Or did you? Did you pay?
Request someone else. Doesn't matter.
You have to take some points there. Were you paying some of these people? Did you pay the person in Jack in the Box?
No.
It doesn't matter if she paid someone else to say that part. They can say Bad Boys for Life.
Cheat?
Hey, if they want to spend their money, fine. Say what I care.
Right.
Well, there you go, folks. If y'all want to do that, we got Dixie's is a little different though, so y'all stay tuned.
I was gonna say we haven't heard anything about what the news.
That's because we have no idea what the fuck we're doing.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
That's why. Or you guys haven't agreed, because we know y'all don't
What do you
always agree on.
What do you mean? What is that supposed to mean?
That means you guys are constantly.
We agree on everything. What are you talking about? We have a well-oiled machine.
Why
Never.
I'm here, because I love hearing you guys freaking discuss things and have different opinions and get very loud.
Yeah, talk about why you like the show. Why do you listen still?
Well,
you came back. So.
Ugh, you need to fucking prep me for this one. Jesus Christ.
Put her on the spot.
You guys are funny. Well, not only like I've known Tony the longest, since the 6th grade, 7th grade, something like that, Tony.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was you, and then there was Harley. So there's, I have a little bit of.
You watched that man's dishes.
I watched that man's dishes.
He don't even remember. That's the
45.
The fucked up part about it.
But to be fair to Harley, he was stuck in the back room screaming at probably Donaldo. You guys are playing Madden.
No, the thing is that you don't know is he always had females washing his dishes. That's the thing. He just didn't want to.
I was probably the only female in the room, if I remember correctly.
Well, that day,
probably.
But every other day it was a different day of the week. So I didn't want to tell you.
I didn't know what else to do because somebody invited me there, and I was like, I don't know what the hell's going on. I walk in, there's a bunch of screaming and hollering. There's freaking cords all over the place. And I was just watching you all play Madden and yell and scream at each other. And I was like, you know what? I got to wash these dishes because it's bothering me. So I get it. Like how Tony says that he at the parties are like, you know what? Let me just help out real quick. I want to do that. So
plus Harley had all the dishes to the ceiling. They were dirty as fuck. And you don't wash anything.
No, I think you.
I'm even to this day, I'm that guy who like will let the dishes pile up until I'm like, washing one fork at a time. Like I'm still that guy. Chris is like, well, what it does is it leads to this imbalance where Chris is always the one doing the dishes because she doesn't like letting them pile up, and so she's always doing the dishes. And she's like, I'm starting to feel a little underappreciated here because I'm always the one doing dishes, and it's not because I'm unwilling to do the dishes. It's just exactly my natural tendency is to wait longer, and she gets impatient.
You want to know the trick?
So I'm like.
The trick is to only own one plate and one fork and one spoon and one cup.
You just be like, no, I didn't. Those aren't my dishes.
Out and you have
and then you have to wash it every single time.
Valid.
Right. I like hand washing dishes, and she likes using the dishwasher, and I'm like, I'd rather just hand wash dishes, but it's once a week, right? As opposed to she wants to do it every day.
So that was what was going on as I saw the pile of dishes, and I was like, I can't,
right?
I can't just leave it like that. That's.
Well, we were like damn near teenagers, right?
Right. Yeah, I think we probably barely turned 21 or something like that because there was alcohol, but doesn't mean that we were old enough to all have it. I remember there being like a Goldschlager in your freezer or something like that.
Boy.
It was.
There was always some weird random
Yeah, it was
alcohol
some off
leftover
shit
from the last party.
Fucking weird. Yeah, I think I had to bring a couple of things.
Harley, did Aaron have a Jaeger machine, or somebody had a Jaeger machine?
I don't know.
No, somebody had one.
I know there was always some random booze, and because I wasn't a drinker, it would just sit there.
Right. And I think that's what it was, is that they were scrolling through your.
I'm sure your pops probably had a good time with it, Harley.
It was like,
He was never a big drinker either.
Oh, okay.
It was probably left over from other times, because I think people would bring stuff and then you could just like you'd have this random like.
And there was so much room in the fridge because Harley never had food in there, so there's tons of room in there.
Right? Yeah, I never had food
and something else. That was it.
No, I had like a quarter of a handle of like Jose Cuervo Gold, and it sat in there for months and months and months, and it was just like. And then that one girl I was dating, she was like, "You got any booze in here?" She was like Eastern. She was like Hungarian or some shit. Judy, remember her, Fonso? Judy, yeah, big booty Judy. And she was. I was seeing her. It was like. It was about a year before I moved. It was kind of like the last like girlfriend I had, kind of thing. And she was a drinker. She was a drinker, and I was an uncomfortable 20, whatever year old. Maybe I was younger. Maybe I was like 21, 22.
Yeah.
And I was awkward, and she was like, "You got any booze up in this joint?" And I was like, "I don't know." And I opened up the cupboard at that house.
Like, I guess I do.
And I said, "Oh shit, I got some Jose Cuervo." And she was like, and so I was like, I didn't have any mixer or anything. She's like, "Oh no, that's cool. We'll just drink it straight up." So she just starts taking shots of Jose, like straight, like real mountain man level shit, right? And I was like, whoa. And I had like hardcore. How I imagine Tony and Laney drink tequila, right? And so she just started doing shots, and like after like number 2, I was like, I got enough. And I remember that, that thing when you do the shot, your eyes go up, your head tilts back. Well, when we do that, when she does that, I just dump the tequila in the sink because it's so disgusting. I can't even drink anymore. But I'm too embarrassed to say, like, I can't keep drinking with you. It's too much.
Yeah, she drank you into the table. She didn't even know that you were keeping up with it.
Seconds. No. So,
she's like, "Damn, you can handle your liquor, can't you?" Hell yeah.
That's my big booty Judy story. That's my big booty Judy. She lived out in Ramona.
Oh, okay.
Shit.
Oh, damn. So
and I remember I went to her
back home.
She had me over for dinner once. I drove all the way out to Ramona and had dinner with her family. And they were like real like Ukrainian types where like they didn't speak English at the dinner table and they drank wine. And so they just got increasingly louder and louder of this. And it was like, God damn, like what you see in like a fucking Russian mob man movie kind of thing.
Oh,
I remember being like, whoa, dude, this is crazy. Like it was culture shock for me being with other white people because they
were just as loud.
Their background was totally different than mine. So, anyways, that was fun.
How did we get there?
We got there because that was the middle of my explanation on how I know you guys. So I have some history with the 3.
Oh, right.
And so, when I ran into Tony years later and I picked up the podcast, I first listened to it just to see, like, what are my friends up to, 15 years later, because I hadn't really talked to any of you guys. And it was just really entertaining to hear you guys talk, to hear you talk shit to each other. I feel like a fly on the wall on just like your guys' conversations. And, I'm a fan of movies and things related to movies. So it's kept my attention all this time. And I really admire you guys for sticking with it for as long as you have. It definitely is a discipline that you guys have. And that's really cool. And, I'm happy to support through the Patreon and all of that because you three are pretty fucking hilarious to me. There's a lot of inside jokes that keep coming back up, and things in the messenger too that it's just this nice, tight knit community where I don't even know how to explain it. Really, it's just sometimes obnoxious. It is like a little family. I think it's like a little side family for me, and it's fun to kind of hear the cousins talk, and talk shit, and
right.
It's a lot of fun to hear the different opinions and like with your guys' weekends and stuff too, hear what's going on in your world. So that's what's kept my attention. That's what keeps me listening and supporting you guys, and I enjoy it.
We appreciate you listening, and we appreciate everyone listening, and it makes the show so much more entertaining and fun. And you even bought a shirt too, which we really appreciate too. So,
I bought 2 shirts.
Oh, 2 shirts. Oh, my bad.
I got my Pain Train one, and I have my BBPC one.
Nice. That's more than Harley's ever bought. So.
And I'm still waiting for new
Chris
design.
had those shirts made.
Anything Tony makes, I buy. I think everything that Tony has ever made, I have bought.
That's true. She has bought everything I've made.
Well, you've given us some more of the classic sounders too of all time on the podcast too.
Oh yeah,
which we also appreciate. So yeah, no,
the most inappropriate. Is that what you're saying?
What's that?
Is that the most inappropriate? Is that what you were?
Yeah, the one where they're the one they're super mean to my best friend Harley. I don't like that one at all. Every time Tony plays it, it really grinds my gears. Let me just tell you that.
Grinds your gears. It grinds your gears.
Yes, I know. And then when Tony plays it, and we trying to be funny, it's not funny. It's cringe, actually, to be honest.
Well, it's too much, right. And he probably doesn't even sound like that anymore.
You know what? Yeah, I don't. And it's the volume's always low on it. We can't really hear it, so you have to really, really pay attention. I don't know what you can do.
Well, it's Roberta's favorite one to use, so maybe he's the one that's killed that because he uses it for everything.
Yeah,
like true. I don't know how fast he even puts it on the messenger. Sometimes it's just like it's almost like Donaldo with the trash can thing for.
Oh my gosh, he has it on speed dial. That motherfucker's so fast with it. You ask for it, he's like, boom, it's right there. Yeah, yeah. He could have easily have won if he just called once, and he said he was listening again. I don't know if he stopped already, but he said he was listening
to that one episode.
So
he said, "I'm listening to this episode."
Yeah, but how far is he listening?
I don't think.
Here's the problem. I don't think he can stay awake long enough.
I think that's what it is. I think that's what it is. Yeah, or his drive to work isn't as long for the whole show. Even from there.
Oh, good point. Right.
Yeah, but if he's in the gym, he goes to the gym often, so he can. And that's the other thing too. I worked with Donaldo too at Vaughn's, so.
Oh shit! That's right. You were a
drug dealer. I have a lot of ties to you guys. It's kind of funny.
You were a drug dealer. That's right. When you were
Art was asking for
that. Was the running joke was
like back in the day
because you were a drug dealer.
There was a break-in in the pharmacy. Remember?
Yes, there was. There was a break-in. We don't discuss it.
Right.
You wanted a different path for career. That's why it was.
I had to change careers because.
That's why you do that accent so well.
Did you get a new passport and a new name?
Yeah, that's why she does all those accents and everything. That's why, see?
It's like witness protection program.
Right.
That's all part of her plan, obviously, yeah.
Things we don't talk about anymore, Harley.
Yeah, it's like Fight Club.
Edit this part Angie's the real James Bond character over here. Jesus Christ.
That's hilarious. Oh my god.
No, it's been fun. So I quickly, if you're still good, I put up a question on the messenger of the top 5 movie franchises, and you posted ones yours really quickly. If you can go over it, I know Tony worked on his, and I came up with one. Harley, I don't know if you can really quickly come up with your top 5 movie franchises. We'll give you a little time to think about it. We'll let the champ
I had
go
a question
first.
for Tony actually on that when he was talking about the one he just watched that was from Knives Out. Like, is Knives Out now considered a franchise? Is there enough of them to?
Oh. Well, he's got to go through his metric system first to see.
Well,
no,
it's a good question.
Well,
I fucked it all up.
The first question that you're asking is what defines a franchise?
Right.
And
there
there is a conversation out there about is it more than one or more than two? Because just because it's two might just be that's just a movie and a sequel.
Right.
It's not necessarily a franchise yet.
I say once we hit 3, we're a franchise.
I think a lot of people
agree
it requires
3.
Right. It requires 3 to be an
I think so,
actual
too.
franchise.
Yes. Okay.
Now,
Right.
if there's 2, but the third one is planned and in the works, does that count as a franchise?
Yes.
I agree.
Sure.
I agree. Because I have to do that.
Back to the Future.
What?
And The Matrix.
What about The Matrix?
You're
No.
talking about movies where, or I'm thinking
There's 2 of them out, and
movies
the third one
where
hasn't come out
when
yet.
The second one, yeah, exactly.
That's
and
it.
the second one is when they're making the second one, they already know they're going to make a third one.
Exactly.
So it's
exactly.
and a lot of times, like principal
But if it doesn't
photography
get made,
shot
then
around
it
the
doesn't
same
count
time.
anymore.
Those count. Exactly. Yep.
But if it doesn't ever get
But what
made,
if it's
doesn't count
planned
then,
but
right?
not released?
Right.
If it never gets released, then it's not a franchise.
Right. Okay.
Even though it's completed.
Okay.
It's still possible that it can be released.
Right.
Just because it isn't released now, I'd say
It
it's
has
still
to be seen
potential
by
for a
eyeballs
franchise.
to
But
count, right? Gotta be 3 to count.
yeah,
So
I don't-
3. It has to be 3.
it has
or
to be
more.
3. I think it has to be 3 or more.
Yes. Okay. So then.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. When you look it up on Wikipedia,
Yeah.
they give you options.
Thanks, Tony. Keeping that alive, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Cheapskate.
They give you options when you look up franchise, and it gives you franchises by number of movies, and the smallest option they give you is 3.
Okay.
So
therefore, you determined that
it's
it has
kind
to
of
Probably just leave and come back.
yeah. Harley bounced. Yeah, he just came back. I don't know what he missed, but yeah. So when I had trouble coming up with my list because I can't remember the movies I watch. That's just how my brain works. So I went through every franchise that's on Wikipedia.
Oh boy.
And I was like, okay, I've
Did you
seen
do an
that.
AI thing or something like?
What's that?
Categorize it for you? Did you like a Chat GPT thing that categorize it for you? Something?
No, I don't think I can do that.
Welcome back, Harley.
Are you going to stick with us this time, Harley?
Y'all said franchise. You got hungry. Thought you said French fries.
be.
Oh shit! We got video of his ugly ass. What the fuck was that? Scared me.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Spooky.
The internet keeps dropping me. I'm using the house Wi-Fi, and it's
Nice mullet, by
pretty
the
bad
way.
out here. So, yeah, there you go. So,
Glad you were wearing pants too.
sorry.
Yeah, so I went
You're
through.
supposed to wear pants? Shit.
Oh, damn. Hey now.
I'm wearing a skirt.
Calm down, Robert and Donaldo.
So yeah, I went through all the full list, every single one, all the way up to the 30. There's some franchises that are 30, and I'm pretty sure they're mostly porn, but
Hey now. That
like
counts.
soft porn. Emmanuel, the Emmanuel
That
series
counts.
has got
That
like
counts.
12 movies.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I plugged them into my metrics, just the normal movie metrics, and I just try to remember the full franchise.
Yeah.
But I do plan to go through my history of voting on films,
Oh.
and because this is a list that's based on at least 3 movies, so I have to remember what I thought of 3 movies and how they interact with each other, right?
Sure.
But I'm curious if I actually go back and find what I rated the movies themselves.
See, that's the problem.
right?
I had,
And
where
use
I like-
math.
Yeah.
And use math to figure out, you crunch those numbers if they end up in the same list in the same order. So I do have my top 5. I did the math and did the did the numbers. Do you want to go round robin
We'll
and
go
just
with the champ first. But like
Champ
I said, I had
first.
a trilogy that I liked. Oh, right. Well, there's a trilogy, but I hated the third one. So I couldn't add that one. So I had to remove it. See.
I mean,
I was
yeah,
going back
it's
and forth. Yeah.
yeah, you have to,
Right. Exactly.
because you have to treat it as a whole.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem. That's why I got So I'll explain my list later. But so the champ is here. She's a champion. Robert, Art, Donaldo, Reed, you listening? This is the champ. She won the game. So go ahead, champ. The floor is yours.
You just want my list?
Yes, your top, and explain why.
And explain why.
Well, just a brief little,
So I'll do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. What do you want to do?
pause for 5 minutes and then talk. Can you do that?
No, I mean,
No,
do you
5 to
want,
1. Five to 1.
order.
That's our normal.
Fucking shit. Okay.
Start at your.
Thank you, Tony.
Yep,
Thank
I got you.
I got Royal Rumble in the background, so I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted. So go ahead.
Hija de su puta mamá. Okay. So I don't really have that much detail on my reasons because I was not aware of this conversation. But so number 5 for me was Indiana Jones. I love all of the adventure stories, kind of like the history-ish in that. So I've always just liked those.
There's more than 3.
Yeah, I think there's
all of them.
5-ish or something like that.
Right. And you like all of them?
Yeah, they always keep my attention. So,
Okay. No,
you know. Let's see, number 4 was the Marvel Universe. I know, Harley, sorry. But
boy.
yeah, but that was through me. I think a couple years ago, I had watched everything leading up to Endgame and all of that. So,
and all those favorite.
So, you know, I just like the way that they interact with each other and they kind of loop through each other's universe. And that's fun for me there. 3 is Star Wars. I've just always been a Star Wars fan since I was little. So I keep up with that. That has that, I know you don't like this word, but the nostalgia for me. And I just have always had those characters, and just the new stuff is not as much of a favorite, but I still find it interesting on where Disney's going to take that. Where am I? Number 2, Predator. So Predator, you guys actually got me. I think it might have been you, Fonso, that you were like, you've never seen the Predator movies? I think it was like a year ago or something like that. And I hadn't seen anything. Yeah. And so I decided, like, one spring break to just sit and watch every Predator movie. And then there's all the new ones that have come out.
I think they were coming out. Yeah, that's what we're talking about them. Yeah.
Yeah. So, so all of those just have gotten progressively better. I think that's with the new director, right? There's that what's the director's name? Sorry, I'm not as good as you guys with looking up everything and remembering all the names of, but I like the way that whole franchise is taking on different perspectives. At the same. There you go. Thank you.
I had to look it up.
And then my all-time favorite is just Godzilla. This started about 13 years ago. I've always liked Godzilla, but my oldest, who is now 14, I went on an adventure with him on taking him through all of the 54 Godzilla movies. We'd found everything that we could find. But specifically, I like the last 20 some years of Godzilla. So 99 to now, they have their franchises are actually broken up in 4 different sections because it's been since the 50s. And there's all different sets, different eras of Godzilla, but that's my number 1 is Godzilla. And I don't have besides just that, I just love it. It's just a great monster movie, and throughout the years there's been so many different ways to tell the similar story, but different details and different effects, and it's been cool to see the evolution of how Godzilla's been used in.
Yeah, teaming up with Kong as well, and
right. There's lots of crossovers for sure.
Godzilla -1.
Yeah, we've had a bunch of different iterations of Godzilla, and I think that can sometimes hurt a franchise, right? Think of some of the Star Wars movies where there's 3 distinct trilogies that all are kind of they're almost their own independent franchises in a way,
Right, that's the
so
core.
I think of Godzilla, right? Yeah. So I see the Godzilla being really scattered, but you've enjoyed parts of all the Godzilla cinematic universes.
Yes, because I'm a huge
nice.
That's my favorite
cool.
monster. I read the Godzilla comics, also Godzilla in the comic world. I think Fonso, you know this. It's in everything. I have all sorts of different like crossovers.
Yeah, Godzilla's a horror. I've been hanging out with everybody. Oh, the Marvel.
Fucking yeah. So right now there's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle versus Godzilla. That's actually been pretty fun. What is it? Godzilla destroys the Marvel universe, which you might enjoy. Harley. But there's like
Harley is Godzilla.
Yeah.
I like him already.
Yeah.
Hey, give us your best Godzilla roar, Harley.
Stuff.
How's
Yeah,
Godzilla sound to you?
Yeah, no, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. He gave us a Transformer. That's what I'm saying. I just thought, I thought you wanted to press the champ. That's all.
Maybe next week.
Okay.
Maybe next week.
You ain't high enough.
That
right.
So all this Godzilla talk reminded me of something I saw on Instagram earlier today. Let's see if I can play this for you. Let me get the mute. Unmute
Nice
the
list,
site.
by the way, Angie. Thank you.
Yeah, good list. Thanks.
Yeah.
Monster movies. If you want to know what the movie is about,
Can you guys hear that?
Yes.
You guys hear that?
Yes.
Okay. Let me restart it and see.
The original Godzilla is actually a feminist revenge film.
Who have heard this?
You've heard this?
Yes, and I
Cool.
Okay, play it. It's so good.
Go on.
For monster movies, if you want to know what the movie is about, you just remove the monster. And whatever underlying tension between the characters that's left over, that's what the monster is actually an expression of. If you take Godzilla out of the movie, it's about a young woman named Emiko who is trapped between three people in her life. Her father, Dr. Yamane. There's Dr. Serizawa, who's been scarred by the war, and he's like all fucked up, but he's the man she's supposed to marry. And then there's Ogata, who's like young, hot, but he's like kind of like useless. Like he doesn't actually do anything in the movie. So she's trapped between these three men that are pulling her in all different directions. And every time the men are sort of like dictating how her life needs to be, the monster attacks. It's almost as if Emiko is summoning the monster to enact this rage against the patriarchal society that traps her.
Have you driven this by anybody else?
I've taken it for a few test drives. Clearly.
So you've had that one before?
Yes, it's
That's
interesting.
cool.
It's an interesting take on that. Like, just that she is controlling the monster. Like that's her.
Or
frustration.
he's just listening. And he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna help this bitch out."
Yeah. Exactly. And it's just like,
do you think that
she's gotta...
continues in like that holds up in other movies, or is it just the first one?
I think I haven't really considered to apply that theory to other Godzilla movies. I think it might speak to just in general, like, Godzilla always shows up when shit on Earth, or especially like Japan or whatever, is getting out of control. And it's there to like create the balance in some chaotic way. So I think it could be applied to her, and it might be applied into different like topics, whether it be global warming or war or things like that, cool. Where Godzilla is the thing that needs to kind of bring humanity back down to, put it back in its place type of thing. But yeah, that would be an interesting thing. I haven't thought about applying it to all the different movies since there's so many, but I'm sure there is some sort of symbolic connection in each of those stories for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Motherfucker sounded crazy to me.
Why the word? No, I'm just going to say the word feminism.
Right. That shit's scary, man. That's big words, too many syllables.
Well, you got to think about the time, back in the 50s, we were not talking about feminism. We had to hide it.
Yeah, motherfucker couldn't even vote.
Right. Not
the good old days.
The good old days.
I like the idea of...
Go ahead, Tony.
I like the idea of taking the monster out and see what the movie's about. I think I'm going to start doing that.
Right.
Going forward. Like
I think
anytime.
even in some like horror movies, right? Like just in general.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm trying to apply it to my number 5 movie franchise is A Quiet Place.
Oh.
Yeah.
I didn't know that there's 3 of them.
There's 3 of them. Yeah, there was like there was the one, and then there was the sequel, and then there was the day one, the one that's like the before everything started.
Right.
So technically, it's a franchise.
I don't think I saw that one.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah. No, those were all 3 were well done. They all have that they're monster movies, but they have the quiet side of things, and it's the tension building. Awesome movies. My number 4 is the Dark Knight trilogy. And I guess I just thought it was a lot of fun.
So would you? But see, I would consider that part of the Batman franchise.
No,
see,
right? But
the Fonso's thing was a franchise.
Yes, but no, those are different franchises. There's the sub franchise, right? There's the sub franchise, and then there's an overarching franchise, and there's different subs, especially comics, right? You've got Marvel. That's a fucking massive franchise,
right?
But you can't say like Spider-Man. You know, which Spider-Man franchise?
Yeah,
There's multiple Spider-Man franchises. Are you talking about the cartoons? Or are you talking about that? Like, so yeah. So I'm specifically for me, it's the Dark Knight, the Dark Knight trilogy. That's the one that I'm talking about here, not necessarily all the Batman or anything like that. Because like the animated series. And that's a different argument that you can make, you know, is an animated series a franchise? If there's only one animated series,
franchise, in my opinion,
right? One season usually, isn't a franchise. It's not a franchise. Once you get to 2 seasons, I'm like, oh, that's still barely a franchise. I feel like the same rule applies to seasons or a series of a show. As it does to movies. But anyway, yeah. So in this one, Dark Knight, solid. I mean, it's great. What was surprising is, and this might be a little spoilery for my top 5 of 2025, the Knives Out franchise.
Oh, right. You were just really
and I think
sorry, Harley, are we boring you? I'm sorry.
The only reason
hours of sleep over yawning and shit.
Yeah, the only reason it came up.
Yeah, I thought we had till like 9:30.
Oh, Knives Out. Yeah, I guess we're
all right. I'll make it quick. Toy Story was my number 2.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, and then the number 1 is the Spider-Verse, and that's the one where I'm like, the third one it's not out yet.
Right.
I'm like, I'm holding out hope for it.
What did I miss?
Yeah. The interesting runner-up I had was Bad Boys.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey.
I was like, it almost made the cut. It was only like a 0.1 difference, 1/10 of a point. So that was cool.
See, I thought about Spider-Verse, and that's what held me back. I was like, ooh, I don't know if it's a franchise. I said the whole like Spider-Man thing, but it's specifically Spider-Verse that I really liked. So yeah, it's contingent on the 3rd release.
Yeah, if that never makes it out, it never sees the light of day, then I don't think it's got to come off the list. It's not a franchise anymore.
Oh, it's guaranteed to come out. I mean, it's just
it has to.
So the release date is even set, right? Like,
and for that argument alone, it went from my top spot to the 3rd spot because it's not out yet. But it could easily take my top spot.
Wow.
So yeah, because I had it on there, I was the same way. I'm like, that 3rd one's coming out, and it's going to be like the greatest trilogy of all time.
Well, why don't you give your top 5 now?
Well, now I'm taking out what I had at number 5. I'm taking that out because I had the Fast and Furious franchise in it.
Oh, did you get reminded?
Bad Boys, and it made me think I like those more.
Do I need to go over the list so just in case you missed something?
What the criteria is.
We don't have enough time. My heart's falling asleep. Maybe next
Fuck
time.
Harley.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
There are some stinkers.
My child just came in the room. Go out. I'm on the phone. Go.
Wait, did he have something to say to Harley though?
No, I haven't called him in here. Shit. I'm trying to summon the demons. Are you fucking kidding?
Sending the demons.
Oh no. So yeah, I had Fast and Furious franchise on there, but there's some stinkers in there. And with the Bad Boys, I don't like, especially those 2 new ones. They were way better than we thought they were going to be.
Yep.
And I'm gonna throw that in there as my fucking number 5 spot then.
Yeah. Get it.
Although I did love the Fast and Furious, the first couple, I watched them over and over and over again. But fucking Bad Boys is Bad Boys, and we name our fucking podcast, so it's gonna get my number 5th spot. Number 4 is gonna be the Predator series. I watch Predator 1, 2 a lot, all the time, and these new ones fucking are amazing. And
they're killing it.
the animated one as well too, which is was great as well. So
That's the Killers.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, that's a great one.
So that one, it's part of the franchise. So
yeah,
that one's got a couple stinkers, but still, we wouldn't have these newer ones, and the newer ones over the not so good ones. So my number 3 is the Spider-Verse. It wasn't my number 1 spot, but since the third one hasn't come out yet, I don't know if I could make it my number 1. So I was like, well, the third one's not out yet, so I'll put it in the third spot. But if it does come out and it's amazing, like I'm hoping it's going to be, then it'll easily get my top spot easily. Spoiler alert. And then my second spot is the Karate Kid franchise. I was going back and forth between that and Rocky, but I watched the Karate Kid ones way more. The first 3, the trilogy is incredible, and we got a fucking series out of it that was like super. It was way more fun than it needed to be. It was super cheesy, but I loved it, and yeah, so I adore those movies. I love those movies, and I had to put it on there. I had to put the Karate Kid franchise on there. And my number 1, to talk about what you were saying, you mentioned the Dark Knight trilogy. I have the whole Batman franchise, from the Tim Burton to the Christopher Nolan. I had all of them on there.
Nice.
Even the animated ones, just because it's the entire franchise. And the Dark Knight trilogy is part of the Batman franchise. I'll throw that in there. Even though Batman and Robin ain't the greatest, but Batman Forever, when I was a kid, I loved it. It's hard to watch now as an adult, but I still have a little bit of nostalgia for me. And the Tim Burton ones the fucking first one is just one of my favorite movies of all time. So cool. I absolutely love it. And the Dark Knight, and now Batman movies now, incredible. And the Robert Pattinson one was like the full. Like I said, that's what I'm saying. The Batman franchise is just so, it's gone through different iterations, but they're just always amazing. And even like this, I don't know if the Joker would be part of it. I don't know if they think they mentioned Bruce and Gotham. So I don't know if that would. Now we're talking like Alien vs Predator.
DC, right? No.
So it gets really
murky.
Exactly. So, but for me, the Batman franchise is number 1 for sure. So.
Now, Harley, did you give this a thought? Or are you going to just pull it out of your ass?
Yeah, I did. And no, I did give this some thought. Okay. And it's a lot of it is, we get back to the word semantics, right? So when you say franchise, my immediate is stranded on a desert island, and I had this franchise's content to get to watch, right? So when you say Batman, I think of any movie or television show or cartoon. The Batman franchise is huge and prolific, and a half a dozen of them are some of the greatest of all time, right? You said the first 2, obviously Tim Burton movies. They're absolutely iconic in every way, shape, or form. So I look at it from that. I put up Back to the Future because from a trilogy, it's a perfect trilogy, but there is no franchise outside of the Back to the Future trilogy, right?
I was on Reed's list.
Oh, nice, right. I have a lot the same to say for the Batman franchise that you just talked about. Same thing with the Bad Boys. I had it up there, right? Because it's like, man, it's a really solid average, right? I have the Terminator and Alien. None of these are in necessary order, kind of thing. It's really hard to.
That's fine.
They're some of the greatest movies of all time, or Alien movies, or Terminator movies. But there are some real fucking stinkers in that franchise.
That's why I did put the Terminator franchise in there. That's why. Yep.
Fair enough. Right. But, obviously the first 2 movies are fucking some of the greatest movies of all time. And even the third and the fourth one are great rewatches from a science fiction action movie standpoint, right? So, again, these are all things we've covered. The Rocky franchise, I think, is another one of those, like, there are, I don't know, 7 or 8 movies, and some are better
Creed
than
ones
others.
in there too, as part of the franchise.
Absolutely, exactly. But they are consistently good, right? They are consistently. You know what you're going to get.
Honorable mention.
And so, like when you compared it to what was the other movie that took its place? So you had another like
Karate Kid.
Sports Karate Kid. Thank you. Yeah, I would totally Rocky over Karate. The only other one that I had that I thought that, like, again, just like pretty good is the Star Trek universe. I'd rather rewatch. I'd rather watch.
That's a good one. That's a good one.
Right. I'd rather watch all the Star Trek movies and television shows than all the Star Wars. I've learned that about myself in the last 10 plus years. I'm like, I'm more of a Trekkie than a Star Wars guy.
What a nerd.
Yeah, exactly. So, and obviously they just have, they have probably a dozen television shows
Right.
and 20.
And
They have almost as many Bond movies.
J.J. Abrams movies.
How can from a franchise standpoint, you can't go wrong with the Bond franchise. There's so many fucking movies, and a lot of them are really fucking. So that's my kind of thing. Like, it's that balance between
Can't remember. Oh, he had Jurassic
just
Park.
the sheer right. Yeah, I mean, the truth be told, the Marvel Cinematic Universe, like, there's just so much content there. Like, I'd be hard pressed to be like stranded on a desert island the rest of your life and you just have one. I'm like, God, how many movies are in the fucking cinematic universe and television?
My only issue
on there.
My only issue with presenting it in the being stranded on a desert island way is that you tend to start biasing towards volume,
right,
instead of just
volume. Fair
quality.
Enough.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Right. So I kind of look at it from like a batting average perspective.
Mm-hmm. So what's really interesting is I didn't hear any real horror movies. Saw franchise.
Alien is a horror franchise.
But Alien is. I mean, like,
I had Halloween, Saw.
Right.
I had them on there.
You had them on there.
Yeah, but
just to make top 5. They made top 10.
They would make my top 10 easily.
There you go.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. No, Final Destination on there as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Scream, like the Freddy, Nightmare on Elm Street, like.
Yeah, I think.
Freddy would make my top 10.
If I had top 10, then those would be in there for sure.
Cool.
For sure. Yeah. Oh no. Those are fun. Those are rewatchable. Like, there's some stinkers, but again, but then I had, like I said, it was such a limited space. It was only 5, so I'm like, well, which one's the one I'm going to watch the most? Which one? You know what I mean? Like, if I could only watch these for the rest of my life, these would be. You know what I mean? Like, but they just meant so much. Like, growing up, or even now, it was it took me a while, man. I'm staring at my fucking DVD rack, like 10 fucking minutes, and then just trying to figure out. And then, like you were talking, just going through the mesh, trying to figure out, like, there's this one stinkers. I got to move that out of the way. Let me put this one in there. Why do I don't like this one? This one. Like the Ninja Turtles ones, right? Awesome. I fucking hate the third one. I'm not putting it on my fucking list. The fucking third one suck my dick. The Highlander franchise, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. TV series, and Robert's fucking trolling, man. Robert's a professional troll, and I was like, no, bitch.
I was like, The Matrix.
They got the volume,
right?
Oh, right. Gordon.
The Matrix, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Right.
This is pretty much my top 10.
But that'd be Marvel, right? Essentially, right? Like,
but those specifically, I was like, okay, I wanted not all, because it felt it was too much, like, to just say the whole,
How many points of criteria did you have? Like, how many things did you have for your?
For the last 5 years, I've had 10 points of criteria: story, performance, emotion, visual, audio, importance, engagement, fun, and replay. I changed. Let's see. Hang on. So that was 9. Sorry. That was 9, and I added series for it has to have a high score in the series. So normally I have 9. I added one more, which is series specifically for the franchises.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Now, can you elaborate for me what importance is? What does that mean?
Importance is kind of a catch-all for your personal, like, how you see, how is it important to you? So, for me, a certain movie might be more important for my life than for someone else.
Interesting. Okay.
Right?
Got it.
Yeah, so that's... It could be because I watched it with my dad 10 times, or it could be because it highlights X, Y, and Z social commentary.
Right.
Like it's a way to put another number in there.
Awesome. Okay, but that's like a catch-all for that. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
I see that.
The X Factor.
A little bit, yeah.
Cool. Harley, I was going to say, as a Star Wars fan, usually Star Wars and Star Trek fans are like,
oh, here we go,
buttheads, right? Cálmate. What I was going to say is that it had been brought to me by one of my friends that Star he likes both. So he's like, you should really start from the show and go all the way through, because Star Trek is like the adult version of, it's a smarter version of Star Wars. So you have a lot of similarities, but it takes it to the next level, and it's a lot more mature in a way, not only with the science and the social commentary.
Yeah, from somebody like you with the science background, I could
so
really see you being a huge fan
but there's
of it.
so much of it, like
You know what?
said, it is huge.
I listened to a book called Trekonomics, and that made me actually want to listen to watch the show, like to get into Star Trek.
So it would be a motivation to.
Yes, yeah.
Trekonomics.
Trekonomics.
Well, I mean, like I have this book that one of my nephews got me for my birthday. It's the physics of Star Wars, and it goes through like what would work and what wouldn't.
Cool.
As far as like the physics in space and how different dynamics, and so I think if I'm to that point where I'm breaking those things up, that's my friend was just like, it's time, you need to graduate.
Hey, there isn't it. It's an interesting point. Like, where do you start somebody in a franchise, right? If it's somebody's like, yeah, I heard about the Arnold Schwarzenegger guy. He was like a robot. He killed people. I'm like, yeah, the Terminator franchise.
Well,
I should start watching those.
Right, because Star Wars New Hope was part 4. So so people are
right. There's
4,
a
5,
huge
6.
argument on how you present it to newbies. Absolutely,
exactly. Like, do you start them from the beginning,
the Batman movies,
the 4, 5, and 6, or not? You know what I mean? Yeah.
The Batman movies are another one.
Okay,
like, where do you start people?
Right.
In the...
You would, if you were someone to ask you, because you love Tim Burton ones, right? You love Dark Knight. Where would you start people? Like, what would you tell them?
It depends. Yeah. I hate to say it. It depends. If you're old and you've never then I would say start from the beginning. Start from the Tim Burton
Adam West
Batman.
Adam West, yeah.
No, that's too campy.
It's too campy.
The tone of Batman has been more darker in tone than a Superman, right? That's always been and of course the first 3 movies are pretty dark in tone, and then they get progressively. Well, they have one silly fucking movie, and then they get pretty serious.
Well, the Joel Schumacher one's got
serious
really
again,
great.
right? Obviously, Batman Begins. So, right. So we
I'd
have
say the
like
animated series.
5,
what would you start
6. Yeah, I would start them an adult with a kid, like a younger generation, like somebody in their teens or 20s. I would start them with the Christopher Nolan Batman, and then go watch that trilogy, and now go watch the quadrilogy of the original Batmans. And
what about
see what you prefer.
What about the animated series? You wouldn't include that in there?
I wouldn't include that.
I would if
unless
they enjoyed Batman a lot.
Like
I would say if you enjoyed this franchise so far, from the Dark Knight and the quadrilogy one, I would say watch the series, and then they'd be a really huge fan.
Right.
Does the animated series have a lot of like the storyline to match the other things together? Because I know like Clone Wars for Star Wars is like that whole like gap between timelines.
Oh man, I forgot about Clone Wars.
Right,
Yeah.
that's a good point. This one, if you'd be familiar with the characters, so it wouldn't be a huge like departure from the movies.
So it could stand alone on its own.
Exactly.
Okay.
You'd watch it and like, oh, I know that character. Or you'll see some new characters that don't get the limelight in the movies, because you can on a series you can prolong it and show more characters. Where in the movie you can only have some certain cameos and certain people.
Gotcha.
And then also
canon.
The canon, yes. The Joker is one of the greatest villains of all time.
Canon becomes really important, right?
Yeah, and Joker is one of the greatest villains of all time, and he's been represented by so many amazing actors. And I just feel people need, if you're a fan of movies, you'd have to.
Joker's the favorite for sure.
Yeah. So I would think, I'm with you, Harley. If they're young, I would say start with the Nolan trilogy. And if they like it, then I'd say, go. But it might be like, oh, this looks old. This looks lame. Then it's like, I don't want my feelings hurt, But if they're a huge Batman fan, I would say, go for it and try it. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man. A lot of the kids I work with are really into they say, the 90s stuff is coming back, and they think that's old, But there's a lot of them that, like with my black and white stuff, they're a little drawn to it. It's different. It's not.
You also say 6-7 all the time.
Not all of them, no.
And they all have everybody's obsessed with point and shoot cameras now. What the fuck is going on with this world? Where all the kids for Christmas want a fucking point and shoot camera. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? That's what all we had. The good old days. Point and shoot. I got a point and shoot camera in my left pocket. I got a pager in my right, my cell phone in my other, and an MP3 player. Like you got all and then the fucking smartphone brings it all together. How good do these fucking kids have it? Where they're like, I want a point and shoot camera. Go fuck off. Sorry.
Get off Harley's lawn already, Jesus.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. No, I think they'd be open to it, honestly. And then like just even with music and stuff, there's things that have like Stranger Things. It called back a lot of really, older generation music and games and, pop culture references, foods that were from the 80s, and, they're curious about it. So I don't see why they wouldn't be interested in the older ones if you sold them on it properly.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I'm thinking just effects wise, or just there's no CG. There's old. I don't know. Yeah. I just feel like I don't know, or the attention span. I don't know. Maybe they will. I don't know.
Do you think a modern 15 to 20-year-old that spends your average American time on TikTok is going to sit through the 2 hours and 40-minute director's cut of Aliens? No.
Possibly because a lot of them binge watch Netflix stuff.
Yeah, but it's a really good
I guess
point.
It just depends on the child, right? It just depends on the child and how much they're into it. If there's a lot of kids around me who are they are solid on a particular subject, but then it fades away. I mean, all kids do that, but these kids do have a tendency to fade away faster. The attention is not there like it used to, for sure.
Anyways. Yeah, no, it's an interesting topic. It's franchises and, Tony, like you talk about the dangers of, well, if you just want to include the Star Trek, is that like all the television shows and all the movies and Jesus Christ. So if you just want to like a tight-knit trilogy, yeah, you can't go wrong with Back to the Future, right? Like this, or the Lord of the Rings, but those are, movies so commonly come in threes, right? We have, or like what the Harry Potter movies did, and that's like split a third book into like two movies kind of thing, where they're extended. So really, it's the
I'm surprised Twilight
the
didn't
Hunger
make it on
Games
fucking list.
Right. It's like the Hunger Games quadrilogy is really kind of like a trilogy. It's part one and long fucking third movie. So, yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, but like you said, but it was interesting to everyone's thoughts and process too, because like you said, Harley, you immediately thought of like, well, I'm stuck on an island. I want to get the more bang for my buck. I want to go choose this franchise. I have so much to watch while I'm stuck on a fucking island. Right. You know what I mean? So it's like quality and quantity or something, right? You're thinking, or the opposite, right? So,
right. Yeah. So I'm going with Star Trek because they have a fuck ton of content.
Yeah, I know. It's true, yeah. Because there's some that only, like Jaws, like you said, Jaws, right? It's only, 4, right? So it's past the trilogy. But, there's some, like I said, some stinkers in it. But, yeah, it was just interesting to take because my friends had asked me about it, and I was just stuck with that question. I was like, and fucking the dog get all upset because it was taking my time. Like, son of a bitch, calm the fuck down, bitch. I'm like, I gotta really think about this, man. You were so quick with it. I'm like, man, how much thought did you put into it? Just wrote it down. Maybe you did. Maybe that is it. I mean, he was pretty quick, so I'm like, all right.
I did it quick too. I was right behind him, so I didn't realize it was going to be a thing on here. So I was like, fuck it. These are the ones that came to mind first.
Oh, I love that. The fact that you guys can come up with that fast, I applaud you because I was struggling. I was like, damn, man. I was like, give me some time, motherfucker. I'm trying.
No, but like, I had said that to be fair, that you guys watch a shit ton of movies, and there's a lot to consider. And then we've got MCP just making a whole grid up over there just to
It's the only way I can do it. I can't.
Yeah.
I can't do it any other way.
No, you gotta do what works, and it works for you every time. So stick with it.
Top 10 of the year too.
Yep, I'll be doing the exact same thing for top 10.
Exactly. So it makes it easier for sure. Mm-hmm. Or you can just be like Harley, and just write it out the day of, and just put it on a fucking piece of paper. And here it is.
He doesn't carry paper. I thought he never carries paper.
well, he had to borrow it from Tony. He gave me the paper. That's right.
Probably written on somebody's wall somewhere.
And then you don't remember where you wrote it either. Oh, but how long have we been going, Tony?
It's fucking a long time.
Total 3 hours. But we started. We hit the start button at 40 minutes. So technically, we're at like 2 hours and 2 and change.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I don't want Angie's kids to go crazy over here and start going.
Man, oh man.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, champ,
for taking that time.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks for kicking those guys'
asses.
Thanks for winning.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Kind of fucking put everybody out of their misery. I was like, fucking hell, okay.
Well, thanks for completing Robert's plan because he's been working on it for a while.
Yes, Robert, Roberta, yes. I thank you, sir,
it.
so much for your plan. You are the ultimate puppet master, you fucking asshole. Yeah.
Well, stay tuned because next season it's gonna be changed up a little bit. So
yeah, I don't want to hear anybody shit about I have reasons on why I couldn't do it and my son and whatever. Roberta, don't fucking now. I want to.
Wow.
You actually play.
Yeah, you hear that?
Yeah. You hear it? I know Donaldo doesn't fucking hear it.
Wow.
Well, he doesn't listen, not because he can't hear. Knock it off.
No, that's what you said. You said he has one bad ear. That's what I heard. That's what I got at.
No, I do. I
got your back, bro.
speak in his good side. I do. I have to,
Which is his good side?
I believe it's his right.
You don't even know. See? That's fucked
I
up.
had to think of when we were at the comic book store last and where I had to position myself. It's his right side.
It's right here. Because when he went to see Predator, he moved for the seats. And he goes, "Here, this is my."
No, he was not with me. I was by myself.
No, me. I say when I watched.
Oh, I was like, okay. Those two fucking drive me nuts.
Yeah, seriously. Pay up already. It's fucking child support.
Right.
Fucking deadbeats. What the fuck? Shit ain't easy. Oh,
but and then Art needs to come back with it. I don't know where he's been.
Yeah. What about Reed?
Reed is building a new house and has shit going on. But yeah, Reed does I need to hear more of that voice. That man's voice. I miss his voice.
There it is.
So
we'd ask Evan, but he's too busy fucking. He's probably in the.
Evan's got those babies. But you know what? If Evan came back.
Damn, it would be awesome.
Evan's the one that brings out my accents because I get inspired.
Right.
And I'm like,
his accents were really good. That's right.
Oh my God.
He's like the goat of accents.
Fucking phenomenal. Yeah, especially like his Irish ones and stuff. I was just like, yeah. So and I don't have anybody to really push me because then I'm the only one that's doing it, and it's not fun.
Yeah, but then you get all them free points.
Right, which is why I started doing it towards the end because I was like, all right, we got to fucking do something with this because it's just dragging. So, yep. And now we're here, and now we're finishing up, and thank God, it's been a blast. Though you guys are fucking a lot of fun. You guys are.
Yeah. No, we appreciate it. Yeah, we started in 2025, but almost damn near ended at the end of 2025. So, 2026, be new year, new game. Well, we think you guys will like the new changes, hopefully. It'll inspire everybody. And, just stay tuned for that. But we really want to thank you so much, Tim, for joining us.
The changes are kind of like...
go ahead.
No spoilers.
Sorry, I was going to make a joke. The changes are like the Wu-Tang album, right? Where they're like, we're gonna release a new album 3 years from now. You know what I mean? It's going to take forever for the changes to come. It'll be 2026.
Yeah, GTA 6 will come out before changes will happen, right? That's what you're saying? Yeah. Well, no, that's going to conclude episode 758, champ. We want to thank you so much for winning the game and for joining us. It was so much fun. I hope you had fun.
I had a blast.
That's awesome. And, so like I said, stay tuned for next season. It should be a lot of fun. 2026 coming up. And, I have been your boy Fonso. We ride together.
Harley, we die together.
MCP, Bad Boys for Life.